Hey,
How's it going, everybody? We want to thank. Sorry, we got a very special guest tonight. Well, it's your tonight, but us in the afternoon for New Zealand. We have Lawrence from A Punk with Toys. So much for having us. Thank you so much for coming on board, mate, and on this episode.
Thank you for inviting me. And this works out perfect. It's 8:30, so it's nighttime for me. And
yeah, we've had Brian from HCC 788 about this time, and he says it's really good too.
Yeah, I've had a lot of the Australian guys, and if I remember correctly, it is like 12-hour difference.
Yeah,
so it makes it difficult to do any. Well, not but it's
international.
Like one has to wake up really early, which is fine. I mean, it's cool. It's not like I have to wake up at 7 every morning to do a live stream. But if someone wants me to, and it's on the weekend, it works out. And
I think the latest we've ever done a live stream with Casey and Eric. That's the podcast from the pit. So that we would have been up about 1 o'clock, hey, bro?
Yeah, we was up at 1.
Which is easy for you because you work night shifts.
I do night shift. So right now, this is hard because I finished at 7 o'clock this morning and it's 2 o'clock now. So I had to wake myself up, put some cold water on my face and give myself a good mantra minute sleeping. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Wake up.
Wake up call. Yeah, cheers for that, bro. It's
Oh, it's my night off anyway, so I wake up midway so I can sleep tonight.
Saves with us says I'm tag teaming this live stream and the Royal Rumble. Oh, that's on tomorrow for us, eh? What's it today?
It's on today, bro.
It's Saturday night. Because they changed. I don't watch wrestling anymore, but they changed wrestling, their pay-per-views to be on Saturdays.
Oh,
which it's just wrong. I'm sorry.
It used to be
supposed to be Sundays.
Yeah, it used to be Sundays. And we used to watch it on Monday here in New Zealand.
Yeah.
I just got my daughters into Raw. They don't like the Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
it seems so weird to be like you're watching it on Monday.
I'm happy to come on Netflix because we were only getting like small amount of it, that's highlights, and they weren't showing the full 2 hours, 3 hours of it. Now Netflix is just like, pay-per-view for you guys and full 3 hours show, so we get to see the whole lot. So I'm happy.
Yeah, I believe WWE cut the WWE network, didn't they? They canned it all, didn't they?
Yeah, it's when they merged to UFC.
Yeah,
when Vince McMahon
that was the old Vince McMahon scandal.
Yeah. Oh, we haven't seen this fella for a long time. Hello, Mr. Frostbite.
Hi. Yeah, and we got Lamb in the house too, bro.
There's
How you going, Lamb, my buddy?
Yeah.
A punk with Kiwis. That's true.
Ooh.
So what is Kiwis?
Kiwis, well...
Is the fruit?
We have Kiwis. There's 3 ways you can describe Kiwis. You got the one, which is actually our native bird, and it's like a little bird as our native bird, and it's called a Kiwi. Then you got 2. Yeah, it's got a long beak. It's small. It's about the size of my head. Number 2, actually a bit bigger than my head. The 2 is the kiwi fruit. Which you call it kiwi fruit. It's actually didn't originate from New Zealand. It actually originated in somewhere in Asia. But we brought over here like that.
Kiwi is really good.
And then the third one is kiwi is us New Zealanders. We call the Australians kangaroos and then call us the Kiwis.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're like, there's one way how you can call a New Zealander. You can call them a Kiwi.
Kiwis.
But it's not.
Yep, as Hazel said, the Kiwis are the Aussies wiki cousins. Yeah, which be about right.
Yeah.
But it's not a derogatory term, right?
Whereabouts are you from, Lawrence? Like, what part of the states are you in?
I am from Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit,
Oh, nice.
Michigan. Go to Lions.
We had the. If you anyone from not the U.S. is looking at the U.S., we are from the mitten. So when you look at the map and you see the mitten, I don't know if I have it the right way. I'm like right over here.
Yep.
So
yeah, very good.
Well, technically, if you want to do it upside down. Upside down like that. There's Florida there, right there, guys. There's little California, and right in the middle, next to Canada, is Detroit. They're right.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it, mate. I'm a big American fan. Okay.
I'm closer to Canada than any other state.
Yeah,
wow.
You guys are right next door. And in fact, this is an interesting fact. Did you know the Canadians are going to go, instead of going down south, when they go to Detroit, they actually go back up north to see Detroit.
Yep.
They're going to go like this, and they're going to go up to go Detroit. So Canada's here, and Detroit is the border there. They're going to go like this. Yep. A U-turn.
Have you done your research?
Yeah.
No, I just love America.
We're north of Canada at some point.
Oh my god! Oh, I feel real dumb now.
Why? You're not from here.
That's true. That's true.
I just wish I was living in America because actually I had a chance to actually not that long ago, about a couple of years, to move to America to San Francisco to be a caregiver for veterans, war veterans.
Oh, wow.
Approach.
We've got Freestar Draw here as well. Thank you very much, buddy. Yeah, I wish I was in the States too because their classifieds are cheaper than New Zealand. Now, do you want to know how much the classifieds are here in New Zealand?
What do they run there? Because I know it's all over the place with people.
Right, the newer ones we're looking at cost about $100 or so.
Oh,
yeah. About the same price beginning.
Maybe a bit dearer on some of them. So yeah, literally, I got to wait until they've either gone down to like $29, or if I want something like $59. But yeah,
and that's a standard figure. Wow.
Sorry. Yeah,
this is a standard figure. $100. Now does that mean that our $25 is worth $100 in over there, or is that just how it's?
Probably taking account for the making of it, the sending it here, and then the people who are selling it got to get their cut as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't tried buying from Amazon or anything like that, but yeah.
What it is, Lawrence, is actually what hurts is our postage to get it over here. Since we're so far away, it costs so much to actually get the parcel flying over here. So they got to take that for the counters. That's why.
Yeah, and expensive. Also, and vice versa too, buddy. Like I've sent stuff to the States, and the funny thing is, I sent stuff to the UK as well, and sending it to the UK was cheaper than sending it to the States. Yeah. I don't understand that.
Yeah, so I got a lot of friends in America and a lot of friends in UK. And it's just crazy how much it just been costing us to send something in UK versus to Europe versus to America. Which my mate in America, I wish I could give him one of mine, because I do this and I do American and Europe truck simulator. I'm big in my ETS, so I send them over stuff, and I'm like, it costs so much, and I'm like, sorry, Bob in America, I can't send you nothing because it's.
Yeah,
it costs more what I'm sending you. It wasn't worth it.
So I believe it was Fuller's Figures that I had on, that I talked to him, and he was talking about the tariffs and just exactly how expensive it is. That if you order something from BBTS, man, it hits, and there's just to get it to ship across the border, and which makes no sense whatsoever. But
exactly.
People now here are wondering if we're going to start seeing the stuff go up because of some of the stuff that's being signed into legislation right now. So we'll see if these new tariffs start to cause any issues. But
Just a quick question, Lauren. We're talking about price and all that, but back in the day, like the vintage G.I. Joes, how much were they worth in the stateside?
You talking about the O-rings?
Yeah, the O-rings. Back in the day.
$2.69.
Oh, you're kidding. So here in New Zealand, they were either selling to $4.99 at first, and then it went up to like $7, then like 10, and about $12, hey, for the single figures. That's about right, eh, bro? Yeah.
Those are broad days.
So around like what years? Because I don't know how old you guys are. So
I'm 50. Well, we're going to be turning 51 next month.
Yeah.
So same
bro, you're 40.
What?
You're 48, eh?
48 a week after your birthday, bro.
Yeah, I'm 49, so yeah, same. Because there's some people that are, in their early 40s or late 30s, and so obviously the price is going to be different there. They were like $269. I distinctly remember looking at those, and I remember going to get being in Toys R Us and G.I. Joe's there, and my dad going, you could buy one of those or you could get 3 of these, and I'm like, I don't want those.
Yeah.
Wish my dad would have just bought them all and just stored them, because those Star Wars ones are worth a lot of money now.
It's kind of funny because during our birthday, because as I said, I'm March and he's April, so he's a week away from us. The toy store will have a big clearance sale on. This is back in the day of the action figures, so that because it's a clearance sale, and it's like a few months after Christmas. You wait. Yeah. You just normally wait. You have that Christmas money, and you wait until it's your birthday. And you also know you're going to get birthday money as well. And boom, you just get like twice the amount of G.I. Joes or Cobras with that money. But yeah, it was out the gate. I used to love birthdays more than Christmas. No, nothing wrong with Christmas, but for us, there's that clearance sale, eh?
Yeah. It was that. Yeah, it was exactly because of that. Wow. We used to jump on it and just waiting, because our birthdays a week apart. That was actually easy for my mum. She just bought us each. One for you. Did your birthdays?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also kind of want to talk to you too. Oh, sorry.
I didn't have Walmart. Like, we didn't get Walmarts till late 90s, maybe 2000s. Because we had Kmart. Kmart was based in Michigan.
Kmart.
I don't remember going to Targets. I don't remember going to Target. We didn't have Walmarts. They came in much later. So I don't know. Again, I never saw them for $247. I remember $269. Like that number just, it rings out in my head. But $247 and $269, not really that that different. I mean, it's a lot better than $5 and then $7 and $11.
Oh, most definitely.
That is for sure.
We don't have Walmart at all in New Zealand. Not yet.
You ain't missing nothing, all right?
I don't think we're going to have Walmart. We got pretty much Kmart. Kmart and the warehouse.
But your Kmart is different.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Which is weird. Like, out of all things to name something, and it be... Because I remember I was watching something with Analog Toys, and he was talking about, they have Kmart. He's like, it's completely different than the American Kmart. Well, what was the American Kmart? It's gone now. But why does someone else have the name Kmart? Why are there two different types of Kmarts out there? There's 26 letters in the alphabet. Pick another letter, someone.
Well, I think Australia's Kmart different to our Kmart. I don't know. I've got to get one of the Australian boys to tell on the chat here. But I'm pretty sure in Australia you can buy TVs and beds. I'm pretty sure I've got that somewhere. Here we can't buy beds or buy a TV in Kmart. We can just buy small.
I'm not 100% sure, bro. But I remember when I went to Sydney for my 40th, and we actually got on the wrong bus. And we went, there's a Kmart across the road. Let's go there and do a bit of shopping because, the bus won't come back until a amount of times. In saying that, the transportation in Aussie is beautiful, much better than New Zealand. But they came out in Aussie, man, it was massive. And I think I did saw a couple of TVs. I'm not sure beds. Maybe there's something bedding instead. They may have had a bed display.
Oh, okay. I got told that they're twice the size of our ones.
Yeah, it's awesome, bro. Yeah, it's awesome. And the toys are out the gate too. Yeah. But yeah, another thing I want to talk to you, Lawrence, is like we've discussed this behind the scenes anyway today, that your marathon stream, man, I got to give up to that, man. That's endurance, and also how the fact that you often talk on your own, but you talk up to like 2 to 3 hours. I've tried it probably a couple of times on my own, and my mouth is killing me.
This is why we got big.
Yeah, I mean, I always have something here to drink. My moderator, he said, drink more water. He's right, but the other thing, like, I used to go through a lot more. I might go through a glass of pop in 3.5 hours. Like, I normally, a matter of fact, I find myself finishing it after the show ends. But my mouth does get dry. It used to use the chapstick. I lick my lips a lot. I don't know if it's because I have high blood pressure. I know that's part of having high blood pressure, which we're trying to work on to get.
Well, thanks, mate. That explains me, because every time I do a podcast, I'm forever doing this. Yeah. That's why I had a big mustache. No one sees me going, that's up.
I've just accepted. You just accept the things that you do. You just accept the things that you do. But I appreciate it. Like that whole streamathon that I did, that was it was something I had in my mind for quite some time. And the year before, I just didn't think I was ready to do it. It is something you really have to start. You have to start preparing for. You have to just mentally get ready for it. But everyone that I had on, Darren was on, Frostbite was on. They all made it so much easier. Yeah. Because I'm not going 36 hours by myself. There's no doubt. They all made it easier. Putting on someone else's show and kind of letting them have the reins for whatever their show was. But it was just something that I wanted to do for Toys for Tots. I mean, it's my kids have my kids have always had stuff. We've never gone without. We're not rich. We have enough money, but not everyone does. And kids really deserve it. And to me, it was just like, if me spending 36 plus hours in this chair is all that it takes to help, then why not, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a little thing. And I took the days off of work. So I took Monday off of work. So I was not, it wasn't even like just having Sunday to recuperate. I took Monday off because I'm like, I'm not even going to try it.
No, of course not. No, it's kind of lucky because my brother and I got planned later on this year is a live stream at an actual toy fair, toy event.
Okay.
I don't know how it's going to work out. Like the guy says to me, he's got himself an internet trailer. So the local, I suppose, telecom or internet provider has provided him with a internet trailer.
Yeah.
I still think we'll bring along my cable, bro. I think the internet trailer will probably have its own cable, but we'll see how we get on.
Just in case.
Yep. But yeah, it'll be quite new. I don't think I've seen anyone do an actual live stream at a toy event.
Or a live event where people are around, people are going to go and get behind us and go, I'm on TV. Yeah. It's going to be out the gate, I reckon.
I can't imagine doing it like in there. We did a panel at Joe Fest, but it was in a separate room. So anyone could walk in or anything. Mega J did it. So anybody could walk in, but it wasn't like there was people walking by. And we know how stupid people. This guy here, he's one of the stupidest people.
Tony
he acts a fool.
I take it here because I saw that and I was like, that must be banter, eh? That's literally, you guys are good mates, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, I talked to Tony. I can't believe I haven't talked to him today. Like, I talk to him on the phone probably 5 days a week at least.
Yeah.
So much so, like, my daughter's like, "What Tony are you talking to?" Because I have another friend, Tony. I'm like, I don't ever talk to the other Tony. Like, we go skateboard together, but like we don't talk on the phone. You know, if I call him up, he's like, "What are you doing? Why are you calling me?" So,
but yeah, I've got to say that was absolutely amazing that you did that. You did it for a good cause, a great cause, and your endurance. I know you took some of it. You took like a little bit of a break. I recall I was watching something. You said you had to get your daughter. Is that right? Pick up your daughter or drop your daughter off at the live stream.
Yeah.
No, so I had her that morning, so I had to take her to school.
Yeah,
so the stream started. The stream started at 12 p.m. for me. I woke up at 6 or 6:30 to take her to school, and my whole goal was go there, come home, crash till 11:30, make sure everything is all set up, and I couldn't go back to sleep. So originally my idea probably should have been waking up around 10 o'clock, showering, getting ready and everything. But I had her, so I took her to school, and then I'm like, I'll just come home and crash. And then it was just like, I'm up. I would equate it to Christmas morning when you're a kid, and your parents tell you, do not wake me up before 8 o'clock. And you wake up at 5, you've already gone downstairs, you've seen the toys, and now you're like, I'm just going to go sleep. And then you sit there and you can't sleep.
Can't sleep.
That's what it was. The only difference was I knew that I had to stay up for another. I mean, I did take a small nap I think I got off at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So I crashed for about an hour, about 2.5 hours, I think. And let a few other guys kind of run it.
I quite often, and this is bad for me. Our normal live stream that we do is about 7:30 on a Sunday, and I noticed it's going for like a couple of hours. But before that, it was 8 o'clock, wasn't it, bro?
Yeah, we first started about 30, but it was knocking on like getting late for us.
Yep.
We moved it back about 7:30, and it's been okay since.
Yep.
But I'm tapping up because I said I finished Sunday morning. I have a nap of 2 to 3 hours so I can sleep at night. The problem is that we get to the point when it's 9:30, 10:30. I'm like, what? That's why I was like, we did it early, and I went, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't sleep. So I have trouble. Yeah, I sleep 4 hours a night. Like I was saying, I get off the stream. I get off the stream at almost 12:30 now. On Mondays, I won't go to bed till 2 o'clock. And if I have my daughter, I have to wake up at 6 just to make sure she's up. And then I take her to school, at 6:45. I usually come back, take a shower or whatever. If she's not here, I'm still waking up at 6:30.
Yeah.
Because my mentality is, well, you know what? I don't have anything to do on Tuesday. I'll come crash. I don't go crash. I don't come home and go to sleep. And I don't go to bed early. I end up watching shit or whatever. It's off. I do take a nap. I try and take a nap for a half hour to an hour before the stream.
Yeah.
But by the time I get home from work, I got to eat and get everything else situated. It doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's
I found. Oh, sorry. I found that. I found that early on as we're doing the live streams, and I was beating myself up because my internet wasn't the greatest. And now I've got the cable, all is good. But I used to beat myself up. I used to mental health will be like, oh, okay, this is wrong. This has gone wrong. How can I do to fix this? It took me better half of the year to realize, hey, if I buy a cable and connect it to the router, I've got that, perfect or semi-perfect live stream without lagging.
Yeah, because you connect this.
I am a slow learner, probably with all the hits in my head and all that. But
So all the times you just keep getting powered by getting tombstone to the ground by some big guy.
Yeah.
Me doing wrestling moves on you too much. But no, I don't. I can't sleep at night at all. So I decided, well, if I'm up at night, I might as well get a night shift job. So from Tuesdays to Saturday nights, I'm at night time working all night. But once I come home, people say, "Hey, you sleep during the day? How do you do it?" It's day and night. I said, once I hop in my coffin, I'm all right. You know,
hop in my coffin.
I'm fine.
That's how I've always been waking up. It's just like I wake up and it's like once you get the grogginess out for the first 15 minutes, 30 minutes, I'm done. I'm good to go.
Hey,
I
Joe
find
fan.
myself sometimes wanting to crash while working. Maybe noon, 1, for a little bit, and sometimes I'll pull over and take a 15-minute power nap or on my lunch break, and then I'm good to go.
I think
I'm wide awake all night.
I think what got me last year is that in the middle of my daughter's swimming lesson last year, I ended up drifting off to sleep and I got woke by one of the other parents. So I was like, yep, okay, I've got a bit of an issue here. So I need to prioritize my sleeping patterns and get it right.
Yeah. That's something you definitely shouldn't be doing. Falling asleep, something if you're doing your child, especially in swimming. You're lucky you had everyone else there to help you look keep an eye, but nah.
Oh no, they're right. They're at their swimming lessons. So when you take your kids to swim lessons at first, you're in the pool with them and you're learning, and then they get to an age where they got to do it on their own, and you just sit there bored as hell, watching them do their lesson. I mean, granted, there was a couple of times where few attractions that walked past, and it was all good. But yeah, literally, you just end up falling asleep. I never said that.
There are few things more boring than what your kids have to go to and you have to sit there for.
Yeah.
There are a few things that are more boring. I mean, don't get me wrong. You love to see your kids do stuff and be interactive. But for the love of God, sometimes especially if it's one of those things where they're not doing it all the time and you got to sit through other kids. I don't care about those kids. All right? I hope they do wonderful in life. But right now, I'm just bored as hell.
Yeah.
For me, I had, for me, my daughter, when she goes to doing some dance lessons and that. But when she decided to flip that coin, decided to do a bit of that, I want to do a bit of I can't remember what it was, karate or something like that. Oh yeah, that was like yeah. Ooh. So take your kids to martial arts; it's more fun. But the thing is,
if you're something that you're interested in, yeah.
I don't know if this is a bad parent or not. Actually, I am a bad parent. My child's over there doing like, hey, and he's me looking over that way. He's seeing the kicking around the house, kicking there. Knocked out. And my daughter's looking like, Dad, I'm over here. What are you looking over there for? I thought, did you see that kick? I kicked. It was so much fun. But other than that, swimming lessons, dancing lessons.
I would. Okay, so full disclosure, this might make me seem like a bad person. Read this real quick.
Yeah.
Read it.
Joe Fan has sent us his new book.
Just leave him alone and on his YouTube. I've done that too. I've done that. Just put something on for the kids, and I've finished welding up the trailer.
So I took my oldest to a concert many years ago. Well, she was probably 17, 18 at the time. And where it's at, it's on this big hill.
Yeah.
So it's this amphitheater, but we're on the hill. So we're way outside. So if it rains, we're getting poured on. And she wanted to go, so we took and we had a blast. And there were people dancing on the hill, but there were a couple, we'll just say heavier set women. I'm being nice. They were fat. Nothing against fat people, but they were dancing, and I'm like, when she falls, she's knocking all those people down. And we watched, and we rooted, but boy, were we disappointed because if she gets momentum, there's no stopping her.
That's when you see a whole lot of bunch of everyone's doing this.
But they've got TikTok now. Hey, there's our other brother. Hey, Phil, how you going, bro? He's really good. Phil, our other
house.
So, but yeah, as I said, mate, you did really well, and I've got to applaud you. I've got to. What's the word I want to come out? Yeah, that's it. For all that effort, mate, is for a great cause, and you have got stamina, bro. You have got stamina.
Well, thank you. But like I said, I could have done it without everyone. I mean, Tony was on there, and I mean, again, everyone that helped me throughout it. I mean, seriously, they helped me out so much, and then everyone else that joined in and everyone that donated. But I appreciate it. I just wanted to get bigger because it helps out more kids.
I got my brother into this too. I think were you working at the time, bro, at night? And I said, bro, check this out.
Yeah. He went. That's how he threw it. The link over and I went, "Ooh, what's this?" And I looked at it. And then all of a sudden, I was watching it during the night. I was like, "Man, these guys are still pumping it." I'm like, he's me the caregiver trying to pick someone up and go there. And he's my and I'm like, "This, hang on, could you hold my phone for me, mate? Just hold my phone." And these guys are like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm watching this and I'm taking care of you." It's called multitasking. Come on, leave me alone. It was good. I
thought you were on a coffee break, bro. I didn't realize you were actually taking care of somebody at the same time.
Oh, no.
So you got that person to hold your phone while you took care of them.
Yeah. Well, I look after ex-police guys who had strokes, so the majority of them are crack up anyway. Now, I love my job. I said to the guys, this is the best job out. Who can say they go up to a policeman and push them around? Like, cross that beard, cross this beard, here you go, up you down. Yeah. I love it. I love getting these guys shit. Like
you're good, bro. That's dedication, man. That is dedication.
They're awesome guys to work with. As I said, I had a chance to go to America to work with the veterans, the war veterans. Oh man, I look after the police guys here who suffer strokes. And that would have been awesome. The only reason I didn't go is my girlfriend, believe it or not, there's heaps of school teachers' jobs of America, but none in San Francisco. I was like, well, I'm not going without you.
Yeah, that's dedication, bro. Big ups. Going to show up. I want to sort of bring up a few slides. What punks? I want to say punk. You're not punk. Well, you're a punk, but we're all punks too. But Lawrence has sent me a few photos of what Hasbro has sent. So we'll do a quick slide.
That's what Hasbro's shown off. This is all stuff from Hasbro. They dropped all these images of the new Joes, so I figured that you nailed the perfect day to go live.
Yeah, thank you for that too. Yeah, when you sent me that message, I went, yep, I just downloaded it on my phone and then put it onto the computer. So let's bring up the first image. And this is Dark Lord. And what do you think of this, bro?
I don't even know how to say his name properly. I never had this guy. He's after my time.
Let's have a closer look at this fellow. Ooh. Right.
And now we're all
so, bro, he's the cousin of Destro. So he was Scottish, which explains about the Claymore sword.
Dark Lawn. Look at that. Matthew gets mad if I say things wrong. I don't know how he stays my moderator.
That is. Is that going to be part of the classic series? No, the classic. Yeah, classic.
Classified series. Yeah.
Yeah, there's all classified stuff.
Yeah.
But check this out. Check out this is it a mask or a head sculpt? Like, check that out.
Is that his tongue hanging out?
Yeah, tongue hanging out. That is sick, man.
And does he have the Iron Grenadier logo on his head?
Is it really?
I don't.
It could be.
Oh, I'm down with that.
That is sick, eh?
It might be the Iron Grenadier. So this is not an army builder. So it's weird that he has a separate head. But I guess that makes sense. It's really weird not seeing anyone and we're talking.
Yeah, I know. It's like I love everything about this figure, but the only thing I don't like is look how small his ankles are.
Oh, he's got like.
This is digital render too, so.
Yeah. So this is so this is not the final product.
Okay, I don't like.
They do look little, but.
Can you focus on that weapon? Is that a chainsaw? It looks like a chain, very similar to that dreadlock weapon. Or buzzer.
What?
Looks like a chainsaw.
It's not a chainsaw, bro. It's basically a gas-powered Gatling gun.
I was Gatling. I want to have a close look. I was like,
so that's the gun that he did come with the O-ring. It's very similar to it because that's how people figured out exactly what it was.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he had a sword or what, but it is really weird to see this big Excalibur style sword because it's not a ninja sword.
No, that'd be definitely Scottish, like Claymore sword. I love the detail on the sheath, hey? The Celtic design on that. Wow, that's even insane. So it's probably a bit blurry from what I'm seeing. I'm looking at my screen's up.
So this would be like all this stuff I would say is laying into like Scotland lore. That maybe that's what the big sword is from. Kind of looking at the detail in the sheath there. The gun, I don't know. But it's clearly his gun.
Yeah. It's clearly his gun.
Yeah.
So I couldn't remember him having a pistol. I probably need to look at the figure, to be honest. Like, obviously that sword there, but where does the pistol go? Over there. That's right. Right there.
I believe that pistol is just quickly looking at that pistol. I think that's the one that comes with Crackmaster.
Yep.
Because he has that weird 6-shooter.
The shit looks worse.
Well, his upper torso looks like the one ninja.
Nunchuck.
Nunchuck, yeah. The thing the head is awesome. The accessories, I like both heads, right? But the thing that I don't like what they do, and it frustrates me, is it's the paint. Who does the fashion for these guys is the pants in the top that doesn't look right.
I've got to show you, bro. I've got this actual figure, an O-ring style, and that's how he dress. He has one weird fashion. He is really weird at fashion, bro. And in the comics, I believe Darklon and Dr. Mindbender talk about fashion. They have a squabble about being fashion.
I see. Just didn't take it after his cousin for good fashion on this story.
All right, so I have to address this. I'm sorry, guys. We cannot get every vehicle with the driver. No. Star Wars Black Series, they have X-Wing pilots. They have TIE Fighter pilots, A-Wing pilot. I'm sorry, we can't get it. They're too big. They're too expensive. I know people want them, but there's a reason why there's a reason why. I would rather get the figure than be like, then I don't even want the figure if we don't get the vehicle.
I will guarantee you that if this figure came with a vehicle, I'm looking at prices up to $250, maybe $280 in New Zealand.
$300 or $250, yeah.
What vehicle did it come with?
It came with that sort of weird motorbike. I could leave and show it to you.
No, I'm going to look it up on 3D Joe's.
Oh, yeah. But I could too. Actually, my brother could actually look on 3D Joe with his computer.
Yeah, I'll go Graham. You guys talk like sounds like I have a look. Give me a few seconds, guys. Here we go.
Yeah, Frostbite's right. I would rather have the figure than pay for the vehicle. Yeah, as much as and I think I said this before when I did my, and if Liv is still around, and I keep saying it, when I did my Tiger Force or Tiger Fly and give it to the Dragonfly, that's the O-ring style. Is this too expensive here in New Zealand?
Let me just roll.
Yeah, I'm here with Darren. It'd probably be a $75 price point, but here I'm looking at the vehicle. I don't want that vehicle. I'm sorry.
It's strange.
I don't want that. Like, that saves me money. Figure, good. That vehicle, wow, that's a whole hot mess right there. Now, if you like it, awesome. Hey, you know what? There's a reason why, we like different things. So, but for me, I'll be happy if they never create this.
I'll be back
That's
in the
a monstrosity. That is a monstrosity.
Yeah, I'm just trying to hunt it down myself, actually. It's not coming out.
Yeah, the figure looks exactly like that. Because he comes with the same type of weapon. It looks like they did give him two different colored gloves, which is good.
Yeah, but as Campbell said, his fashion was horrible. And I remember now. You know what, man? It's such a shame that these classified series, like, yeah, we get them at 100, but I go through Trade Me, which is like eBay, and you can get them for $50, $40 in through Trade Me, and I actually want to. Oh my gosh, no.
That might be a $55 price point for it, but I would say
weird, like, motorcycle. It's weird.
Kind of looks like an aardvark.
Exactly. And
I will say though, looking at this character being all over the place, he's like the Thunder Machine of characters. The Thunder Machine is just this mashup of vehicles. He's like a mashup of, like, not even kit bashing figures, just throwing shit together. Like, this is truly someone who's walking through Walmart, and anyone that lives in the States that's ever seen people of Walmart, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That they just put anything on. Like, when you go outside, you don't have to look awful.
So I'll bring this up here. That's him there, bro. So it's a pretty good likeness, to be honest.
Actually, apart from the bright green, it's actually, apart from the bright green, that's actually not too bad. See that they made the green a bit more.
Looking at 3D Joe's, I don't think he's that bright. I think it's.
Yeah.
I think it's more. Do you have a ring light?
Me. Yep.
Do you have a ring light right now, Kiwi? Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think. That ring light is making it look.
I can turn it off.
But I like having this.
Hey, bro, don't have your ring light straight on you. My ring light is actually way from the room. So I got my light is actually, they're facing different ways, not on me. But now
I'm in the garage, bro. And the garage light is shit. I'll just turn the ring light down.
What I'm trying to say to you is face your ring lights above your head, like facing above your head. If you put your ring light and you put it slightly facing upwards, you get a good effect.
I can't do it in the garage, bro. I can't put the ring light above my head. I would need to buy another light and put it up above the roof because I'm in the garage.
Bro, I'm not saying it. I'm just saying how is your light fucking hell, mate. Is your light adjustable like this on the stand?
Yeah, bro.
Well, face it out. Don't face it straight to
your
out. Bro, your board head is reflecting off your freaking head, bro. It's like balancing.
I've got to be in the spotlight, bro.
No. That's what I'm here for.
Hang on a second. Let me turn the.
Thank you, Frost. Stay tuned for non-Kiwi arguments.
Sorry, Lawrence.
I don't care. I am enjoying myself. All right.
Okay, let's move on to the next figure. When I know that
we're going to get each other. Shit out of
all right, bro.
Whoa.
You know who this guy is? Yeah, bro.
Look.
Breaker. Oh,
Breaker.
Treasures for Trigger says Lawrence is in a Kiwi split right now.
Oh, well, that's what he's doing on Cobra. So we're gonna knock heads, man.
All right.
Yeah, this
is really cool. What the hell is this? Is this basically off the movie, the cartoon movie, when they get the
mass device? No,
nice.
if I remember correctly, it's when they correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I think it's when they take all the moisture out of stuff. They it's the mass device. So it's
like a filter, like a condenser.
Yeah.
I've just got a horrible thing going through my head right now every time you say that.
What condenser?
No, the way he says it sounds like something else is naughty. Yeah, masturbator.
Mass device.
Oh, mass device.
Oh, I thought it was the towel. Tell what, that bubble gum in the face, that's
cool, eh, bro?
All right, so what?
Yeah, that's cool. Because in the comics, he chewed chewing gum a lot.
Yes.
For a communication officer.
Yeah.
I chew gum and I'm in and out of offices, and sometimes you have that gum in your mouth and you're trying to talk to a client and you're like, this was a mistake.
Yeah.
I think this looks really good. So this is supposed to be like a retro. Now this is Grunt's overlay.
Yeah, I thought so. And is that Clutch's arms?
Yeah, it Clutch. I think Clutch and Outback. But the overlay, like, again, it's weird because it's like they're trying to do something that is like cartoon, but then not cartoon, and it's like, and then kind of retro because the backpack is more retro. Because I was looking at the backpack, I was trying to figure it out, but the cord is going to go to the back of his helmet. All right.
Yep.
Which is exactly like the O-ring.
Yep.
And this backpack looks very similar to the O-ring. So,
yep.
I mean, that's cool.
Yeah.
But this is kind of like a mix match of like the O-ring, like the original O-ring, the cartoon, and modernized.
I like it.
But I like the way it looks, but it's like, you know, I don't have to have the original. I don't need them to recreate exactly what we had in the 80s. I mean, I think it's awesome when they do it, but I don't need it. Like, I'm okay with new stuff.
I like the idea, Grunt.
Yeah,
I kind of like the lack of. Sorry, I'm kind of like the lack of tattoos, to be honest. I'm a tattoo guy, but I think they were overdoing with the tattoos. I kind of like the clean look.
Yeah.
Sometimes the tattoos look really good, and then sometimes, you know, like tattoos on elbows just don't work.
Nah.
You know, and again, it's no one's fault. You know, Valaverse, they do it a certain way, and then Classified does a certain way. They both have their flaws, and they both have their benefits to it. But I like the alternate head. The bubble gum is awesome, right? Because they're never going to be able to do a smoking figure. We get that. But a bubble gum, awesome. And I like this overlay. You know, it gives his rank. I don't know if you have your rank on a military uniform, but this is also G.I. Joe, so who really cares?
Who really cares? Yeah.
I love that this guy still has the Joe Pro, which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I also like the fact that they've given him, like the bags under his eyes, being a communication officer. Obviously, he's on behind the screen of whatever. It's showing him some age, to be honest. I like that.
You know what? If you get that and you take the hair off, it's very similar likeness to you, bro. The bags under the eyes and the beard.
Actually, I was going to.
The glasses on, board headed.
I was going to say it's pretty similar, like
you like to sleep from the pools. It looked like you when you just come from the pools with your
kids. To put a bit more. Had to put a bit more chunk around the jaw, but yeah, I can see it. A bit more grey.
I thought you were going to say grey hairs. But that's awesome.
Oh, look. Here's me saying, what the hell is this mess device? And over here, there's mess. Duh.
That's nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Too bad I'm not going to get it. Nice.
Breaker was my first figure I got from the O-Ring series. Third or fourth. So I got a special place for Breaker. Yeah.
And you get it. Fourth. It was your fourth one.
I won a competition at school, and you get like a toy, the local toy shop gift voucher. And the moment I got it, I knew exactly what I wanted. So I went straight to the toy shop. I think I got a Cobra. I think I got him, Breaker, and a Cobra Trooper.
Yeah,
at the same time. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah. I don't win much, but when I do, it's awesome. So I take it this here is also a keyboard. Like back in the original day, that was a computer screen. Is this a keyboard?
I don't. Hold on, I have it right here.
The original. Oh, yeah, you did a review.
I just did it. So I have it. Should have it right over here.
Your reviews are awesome, bro.
I enjoyed. I love this. I'm loving his classic ones lately. That he's done around the classic is awesome. What he's doing.
The O-Ring style, bro.
Yeah. He's just done the Grant one was my favorite, of course.
Yeah, so he does have a little. And you know what's weird? I just talked about it too. I should have remembered it all. I never noticed it was a TV or a monitor on it. I never noticed that. So I like the detail that they're doing on that. And again, like the back, I noticed that there's a little peg on the back of his helmet, and that's because I was like, where the hell does that cord go to? And went, oh, okay. But again, you need that in this day and age. You're going to use Bluetooth or some sort of wireless. Then he has the Joe Pro, which all right, well, he already has a whole communications pack on him. But I like the idea. It's obviously much bigger. It's not a little square. But I do wonder if that piece does fold down.
It'd be cool if it does.
Yeah.
I reckon folds up, folds down.
Yeah, I doubt that it does, but I also wouldn't be surprised if it does.
Yeah. And I see he's got the I'm not really a firearm person. Don't get me wrong. I love G.I. Joe. I just don't know firearms.
Yep.
But I see he's got the firearm here with the suppressor.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
That
is a really nice figure. Really well indeed.
If he's like the other ones, the holster should have a spot for the suppressor right in front of it.
Yeah, I think it's this here, isn't it?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I don't.
Hang on a sec. He's got something back here. So is that where the knife goes? That's just a normal pouch.
The knife goes up top. You see where the E4
that's right,
is?
That's too.
So.
Yeah, right there.
So what else? He doesn't have anything else. Oh, the pistol
Right
goes
there.
right there.
The pistol goes right there.
Because I don't have any guys there. The other
That's
ones
where
that I
the pistol
had
goes.
the round suppressor. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he's coming to something else we don't know yet.
All right, move on to the next one, brother. As I said, we'll find out. Now, this is cool. So once again, it's from the mass device. So this is G.I. Joe divers, bro, and the Cobra divers. Not Cobra Vipers, Cobra divers.
The eels.
So that's when they'll collect in the heavy water. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice.
So I enjoy them making other figures that aren't just named figures.
Yep.
I'm just gonna say it right now. Now they're giving you those. I think those are MP5s down there.
Yep, that's right.
I really like. I never need Duke's weapon, the first Duke or the first Gung Ho's weapon again. All right, those are going directly into a bag. They will never get used.
Yep.
They should have just given them the cartoon Cobra rifle.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like they gave the Joe one, right?
Yep.
I will be interested though to see if Duke's rifle there is also angled up, because every single one I ever saw had this slight angle up.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it's but yeah, they should also with that.
That's under the G.I. Joe sign.
Yeah.
I like this, but I think if I've got this will probably cost us in mid 100, 150, 160 being two. But
I already
Cobra.
For us.
I'll get this and keep the Cobra and just chuck the G.I. Joe guy over to you, bro. I'm not interested in G.I. Joe guy. I'm interested in Cobra.
You mean you split it, bro? Split it. You get the Cobra or the Joe, like back in the old days.
That's what I would do. That's actually quite nice, actually. A nice little setup.
That's a hell of a lot of accessories, eh? To be honest. Like you got the machete.
So sometimes I think they overdo it with the accessories. Like, hey, we're trying to justify the price. Well, how about we just lower the price? I fully believe that a 2-pack should be $45. Now, again, this is U.S. prices.
Yep.
You know, if 2 figures are $55, I'm sorry, if a figure is $25, 2 figures equals $50, not 55. But when you buy a 2-pack of anything, there's a reason why Costco's and Sam's Clubs and any type of, anytime you buy something in bulk, it costs less. I mean, it costs more, but you get more for less. This is supposed to be the same concept. But I guess as long as they know people will buy it, why are they not going to do it? There's not one piece of new tooling in this, unless you want to call the piece for the mass device, but they're already reusing that. Like I said, just don't even give me those first classified weapons. I don't know if that's something maybe they have to justify up top to be like, hey, look, we're still using this tooling. But I don't want it. And I can guarantee you Monday night, now one person is going to say they want it. And in actuality, that Duke's rifle isn't the worst thing in the world.
That's true.
But see the MP5 right below it? Way better.
Yep. What's the story of this gas tank here? I might have to go back to the movie.
That's like a compressor.
No, it's what the SEALs and stuff use. It's a little. I don't know.
That's that little motorized propeller thing underwater.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Underwater.
There's something else. Yeah.
But if I didn't have the divers, I wouldn't know what it was. I would think that it's some sort of tank. But yeah.
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 Darren loves being super negative on anything. I don't know why he even collects G.I. Joe.
No,
Who's that?
The only bad reuse are those two guns.
Yep. So this is a same mold as torpedo, correct?
Yes, it is. Well, it's the diver. I mean, there's torpedo, then there's the diver.
The diver.
But everything comes with.
Yep.
Everything that comes with the diver is coming with this. The only thing they're giving you is the blade, which that is copperhead. The only reason why I know some of this is because I just did the next 20 classified rankings, 60 through 61 through 80. So a lot of these weapons are very fresh in my mind that I was going through just earlier today. But that's copperheads. It's not a machete.
What would blow me away? Like you see most divers with a little knife, a spear gun, and the next thing you know, they pull out this giant machete that, like, the Lieutenant Commander Wolf had back in Star Trek. Like, brings out this giant machete.
What was that thing called?
This guy means business. Time to me to get the hell out of here. Well, so you bring in another knife,
dude. I want someone. I want Worf's. What is that thing called?
I can't remember. I'm rewatching Star Trek Deep Space Nine at the moment, and but also a few of the other movies. But I recall him bringing that out.
Bat'leth.
Pre-Star Wars says he does love.
Yeah. Copperhead's machete was good. Yeah.
Does anyone know the name of that? I wonder. It's not a bracklach. That's a curve thing.
No.
Yeah.
The Bat'leth is Worf's weapon.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah. But then he's got that sort of out of machete.
Yeah, I mean, but this is not a machete. Because I got yelled at when I called it a machete. It's called something else. I don't care if you call it a machete, but other people will get mad at you. I may know that people get mad at me when I say something wrong in a review.
It's called a fucking big knife. That's what it's called.
That's exactly it.
That's not a knife. That's a knife of a rifle. Wow,
I can see Crocodile having that knife. What is this? Crocodile Dundee? Underwater?
Well, look, it's physically impossible trying to swipe that in underneath water.
True.
But it makes me feel like it is something they would use in swamplands, because why would they give it to Copperhead and then also be like, this is something we can give to the divers?
The divers. I can understand the Navy SEAL divers. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Once they've sort of done the water, they've gone back on land and they're going through the jungle or through swamp. I understand that. But
these tippies.
Yep.
Actually, I just realized something. Actually, the weapons, I want to say that's right. Kiwi, you actually came up with a good one there, Kiwi. Perhaps these guys are a form of the Navy SEALs, because look how much weapons they got. When are they going to shoot all those guns underneath water? Okay?
Well, that's why laser rifles shoot underwater.
Laser rifle can shoot underwater?
But I don't know if we don't have laser rifles.
Perhaps these two here are the equivalents of the Navy SEAls. Because I think if you remember, if you go to Cobra Eel Classified, that he doesn't have all that other stuff. So I'm planning to get the Cobra Eel and put this guy with him.
That'd be cool, bro. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right, moving right along. But as Tony Fitz will say,
hey, this is what I want. Well, quickly, when it comes to those figures, the biggest issue for me when it comes to all the water guys is it's so hard to create a water display.
Yeah,
because you want them to be underwater, but I'm not buying a giant fish tank. I'm not saying I haven't thought about it. I'm not saying I haven't thought about it.
Well, my concept is when it comes to that one, it's quite nice in the eel. I display them in my bathroom, my toilet bathroom. So when you walk in there, you'll see those sort of guys. Okay.
You don't need a fish tank.
What people don't know is
you don't need a fish tank with that, mate.
So someone did tell me
you're gonna
that
need
if you take flight stands, you can make them look like they're swimming in flight. Using, but that's a lot. That's a lot of space to use.
That is a lot of space.
Yeah.
You need a swimming pool for these fellas. Not a fish
just
tank.
a bath. And just play them in the bath.
All right.
I'm playing
so this is the retro version, retro classified. Is that correct?
So this is on a retro card,
Lawrence?
but it is from the mass device. It's from the mass device because that's the only time she was seen with blonde hair, other than the G.I. Joe movie. In the opening credits, before someone corrects me, and now all you fucking babies that wanted.
She got a camel toe.
No, that's it's just a seam.
That's a get all woman off the head.
Oh yeah, there's two. This is a gorgeous figure. Like the curves on there, but the face.
Just remember the original digital render of CoverGirl. Everyone liked, and then when the new one, when it came out, it didn't look like the digital render.
Yep, you're correct with that, and
I think they've learned their lesson, though. Yeah, I do think they've learned their lesson since then. I think this figure looks really good. Travis Moody, I believe, proposed to her already. But that's Travis. He does weird things.
And I love how this comes with a figure stand too.
No, figure stands are stupid.
I don't know why.
Stands are stupid.
Figure stands are stupid. All right, stands are stupid.
You've never heard me. I hate stands.
Even on the O-rings?
O-rings are different because they don't pose well enough to stand. So if you're talking 1/18 scale, you can get a free pass. Because I have them on mine too.
So I've got two shipwrecks. I'm just doing one up because I brought a shipwreck like cheap as, and the second shipwreck was far better condition than my original one.
I have one or two.
Things over.
I have one or two shipwrecks.
I can understand. You know what? I'm not saying women can't do anything. I mean, I've got girls. I've got two girls, and that. But man, that's a giant big sledgehammer for that girl to carry.
Well, again, she's a mechanic. That's why she has the wrench.
Yeah,
and they have to give it. So the sledgehammer was created for the firefighter.
Yeah,
but they're going to reuse it. So first off, I was like, a toll booth is coming because he's the only figure that had a sledgehammer.
Yep, that's
right.
So
they're going to do a toll booth. All right. I was kind of shocked when it came with her, but I understand it. What other tools are they going to give her? Other than the wrench.
The wrench.
I'm trying to think what. Like they don't have any. Like they haven't done screwdrivers or anything. Like I would have been cool with maybe like a little toolbox that has a hammer and a screwdriver or something in it.
Yeah, kind of like Cross Crunchy's version 2. He had a tool belt on the side of his legs, so they came with a sledgehammer, wrench, 2 screwdrivers, and a socket set. That was really cool.
Yeah, I totally agree with you guys. Just a wrench, come on.
So what's that?
No, I like the hat there. I like the hat.
I like that. The Pit's Garage. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Or garage.
So I like that. Cool. That gives her character. Like that. Like everyone wanted a blonde. Whatever. I don't care. I mean, whatever. She's supposed to be redheaded, right? But I don't care. That's what the O-ring was. It doesn't matter to me. That hat there. It's not that she's wearing a hat. It's that there's something on the hat. It looks like a trucker hat. It has character to her.
Yeah.
Which is what, and then the big long ponytail.
To be honest with you,
the girl with the big long ponytail.
They should have kept her as a blonde. Come to think about it.
What?
Because they should have kept her as a blonde. For the female Joes and the O-rings, there was Scarlet, red hair. Then there was Lady J, brown hair or brunette hair. Then there was, then there was Cover Girl, sorry. She had like reddish brown hair. Lady J, brown hair. And then Jinx, who had black hair. So they should have kept her as a blonde, sort of break it up a bit.
Well, when you say keep her as a blonde, she was made as a redhead.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that the cartoons cartoons had her as a blonde.
The only thing for me I got a beef against is actually one part but two parts is you're a mechanic and I work on my cars quite often, and the thing is you focus on those hands. Man,
the clean
the thing with me, if I bought this figure, personally for me, I'm not that good. I'm not like Kiwi, but I can paint a wee bit. I'll get some paint, water it down, and make her hands with oil dirty. Get it dirty, you know?
Like these hands here, bro. Have a bit of grease mark on them. That's not a silly idea.
I wish that just made it more mechanic. Like I said, not only the tools, but man, even though I wash my hands severely when I work on my car, that's it. My hands are dirty till I actually get them properly clean. So,
And while you had it, you might have a bit of like blotch of grease on her.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Like,
but then people would complain. Then people would complain about that.
I do. You know what?
I understand what you're saying. I think the dirty hands. I think that's. I mean, rather than give her fists, and I understand why they give her 2 fists, but
yeah.
Okay, that came off totally wrong.
But a fisting action, are we?
You know what? There's some things. Not much creeps me out when looking at certain sites. That type of stuff, I'm like, nope, I don't need to watch that. All right?
Yep, agree.
Like,
yeah,
but
I've got a point. It does remind me of the Super 7 mold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Yes.
It does.
Well, if she's supposed to look like from the Mass Device, so of course it's going to look like the Super 7. I mean, they're going to
Super 7. Yeah.
Darren, you already know this stuff takes a turn. You can't put me on here.
So you know what, bro? They could have gone away with the figure stand.
Well, all the retro cards come with. Okay, well, wait a minute. Wait, let's back it up. All the retro cards come with figure stands, which means that breaker, it shouldn't be a retro because he would have had a figure stand. They would have shown it.
Yeah. No, he's definitely classified. So but to say they didn't have the figure stand, they could have got away with giving you another couple of hands, bro, and maybe some more tools.
You know what?
Or a tool belt, a toolbox.
If I would have got this figure, as I said, I would have just light wash, black wash paint on it and make it look oily. But you know what I'll go and find for accessorize of her? Is not a toolbox, but actually a tool tray. You know, those big tool rolling chests. I reckon that would be cool.
But that makes it a deluxe figure. But
that would make it deluxe.
I love that idea because I love world building aspects.
Yeah,
like having a toolbox.
I have her working on a vehicle. I have her working on a vehicle, displaying her, perhaps next to the vehicle, whatever, having her toolbox there and there. Now, that's what I'll personally do, guys. So she's got. If you look at a big picture and you look at this and think, oh, there's not much to it, you can add. You can actually use your imagination and add to it.
You know what, bro? I'll do one better. Make it a 2-pack. Have clutch and cover girl.
Oh yeah, aye. Straight away.
Yeah. Like the retro clutch with their toolbox.
Tony, hit the live button so you catch up to us. I know you're not live because you're Travis fucking Moody like 5 minutes after I made a comment about it.
Why are you hating the blonde? We're not. I'm loving the blonde. I'm not one of the ones with the blonde.
He's talking to me because I'm so tired. I mean, I can't wait till we get to the All Striker. I can talk about the people that fucking bitched about that already. Oh
okay,
my God,
we'll move ahead.
Okay.
All right, moving on ahead.
Breathe.
Flint.
That's why I have high blood pressure.
Yeah, I got high blood pressure because I got a brother called Kimball.
You know what? You guys are. Funny enough, and this is what. It's like you got high blood pressure, bro. So does our older brother, right? But you know what my anger management counselor sent to me when I was a while ago?
That you're a cause of high blood pressure?
No, I'm not. She said, he said, you're angry. You're angry. You're angry all the time. Just be angry all the time. The moment you start bottling it up, you're gonna get worse.
Well, it's like the Avengers movie. Remember the Avengers movie? If you remember the Avengers movie, when I try and say to Dr. Banner, "What's your secret? How can you control the Hulk?" And then he turns around and looks at him like, "Because I'm always angry." You know, he's always angry, so he can control it. That's you, bro.
We went out for dinner, the wife and I, and my wife said to there's a few people like hating, and she says, "Well, he's angry all the time. It's just easier. I don't have high blood pressure because I'm angry all the time."
Yeah,
I've got different levels of angriness, and I'm able to control it to a certain point.
That explains to me because I'm the funny good, the Gijo guy. You're supposed to be all good, good shoes. I'm the Cobra, and you act more like a Cobra than I do, bro.
True. Anyway, what do you reckon about this Flint, bro?
This is fucking this. This is what a retro card is supposed to be.
Yeah, all right.
I have said before, okay, if you're going to do a retro card, you're saying, hey, we're going to do the O-ring figure, the 3.75 in 6-inch form. So when you do something like that, in my opinion, you need to give as close to the weapons as possible, backpacks, whatever, colors, because you're calling it a retro card. I think Beachhead, they nailed it.
Yeah, exactly.
Scarlet, Duke, Rakondo, they fucking nailed it. The Eel, they should have given him his gun.
Exactly.
The Snow Serpent, as much as I love the Snow Serpent, you missed the backpack, you missed the mortar, you missed the AK-47, which you already have an AK-47, so why wouldn't you do it? This here, they did not give the shitty shotgun. They didn't skip out. They're giving you exactly. I look at this figure and I'm like, that looks like fucking Flint. That looks like the old.
I can't quite see. That's definitely Jungle Boot designs. Yeah, there's definitely the Jungle Boot designs. Well, that's out of that pattern too on the pants as well.
No, this is nice.
Yeah, I mean, you're never going to get it 100%. You're never going to get it 100% accurate. But the shotgun, very similar to what he had.
Details on it. Hey, go to Barry, bro. It goes. Bro, you can look at it later on. Go to Barry. See the detail.
Just keep this slide for yourself later, all right?
I will.
You put on the pin up on the garage.
The wings on his shirt.
Yeah.
That's out the gate.
That's
but the Barry, yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at the Barry and I was like, that's nice. That's just like little details. Now you're right. This is just
yeah. And you're not going to nail it perfect. You're not going to get it. You're not going to nail it perfect. I understand that. But all the things here, the weapon is close enough to what it was supposed to be. The backpack, it looks like it might even be a new molded backpack. So I think that they.
Same. I don't know what I thought it was Law Rocket.
That they were what?
I thought they were originally Law Rockets, but it's painted red.
Nope, it does. I'm looking at what. I mean, those are what? What are those?
Yeah,
are they flares?
I was thinking they're flares or are they explosives? Either way, he has it on his backpack.
Yep.
The canteen is the same. He has 2 grenades because I'm looking at 3D Joe's right now.
Yep.
But I think they nailed this one. I think.
Yeah, like, this is perfect.
And now I think Flint has a wonderful head sculpt. I think it's one of the best head sculpts they did. But people complained that he looked too old for being a warrant officer. So now he looks younger. No. He has the people's eyebrow. Look at that. Raised eyebrow.
Yeah, people's eyebrow.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
He reminds me so much of the comic book version when he first came on the scene, and I think he was flirting with Lady J, and that's the look that he's got. Like he's trying to impress Lady J. Is that cockiness?
All right. Someone screenshot this right here. Screenshot this. Tony's Fig saying, perfect, Flint. I do not want to see you customize this, Tony. Don't fucking put a gridiron thing on it. Don't take any paint off. You said this is perfect.
Yeah. It's all recorded now. It's on live. You're stuffed.
It's on the internet. It is in ink.
Tell you what, though. It's a far better head sculpt than Lieutenant Falcon, that's for sure. That is a piece of shit.
And again, I just did the 61 through 80, and Falcon is in that, and it's not what Falcon was supposed to look like. Lenny told me the whole story, and
I think someone lost the mark there.
Hey, I'm just going to
pick up on something. I love this figure. This is really cool.
Yeah, I think this is just a perfect.
I'm just going to jump on something. When I first saw this figure, oh man, this is a nice figure. I saw the hands, the 2 different hands, right? But the hands, like look at model hands, right? When I quickly saw the one up top, I didn't realize there were the pegs to go in the arm. I thought he was doing the fingers, like he was doing this.
You thought that one there was the fingers?
I can see it.
I can see it.
The top one underneath the backpack, the both of them. And I was thinking, what if he's doing it to Duke? We know
fuck you, Duke.
He did it to Duke after Duke didn't die. Fuck you.
Yes.
Fuck you.
I told you.
You know what, Duke? No one likes you. They like me better.
The girls like me better.
That reminds me, Lawrence. Are you a Duke fan, Lawrence, or not?
Fuck Duke.
Yeah.
I hate Duke, but man,
he's overrated.
I hated Duke. I was so mad Duke didn't die, but I did my top 10 Joes of last year, and Duke was number 1 because he's fucking. They made him so good that I had to like him. I've come to like the O-ring and the Duke classified figure. I never liked them in the cartoons. Yeah, I was so mad. I was so mad that he didn't die. And then years later, when you find out they didn't kill him because kids were so upset over Optimus Prime that you go, why did the G.I. Joe movie come out first? Because no one wanted Optimus Prime to die. At least I didn't. But I fucking wanted Duke to die. Sorry, now I'm starting to swear.
That's okay. It's okay. We're not monetizing. Hey, here's this guy, bro.
No, I'm not a Duke. But I love Flint. I love Falcon. I love guys with berets.
US Combat Dojo. You're new to the scene, mate. How are you?
Yeah, he did look like this.
Yeah, your blood pressure, brother. Your blood pressure. What's up? Calm down.
I'm letting it out.
I've got my views on Duke. I'm not really.
I think
I'll tell you what it is, right? And it's due to the comics, but when Colonel Hawk came out, had blonde hair, sweet as, no worries.
Yeah.
Then as soon as the action figure of Colonel Hawk now becoming a General Hawk, not only has his face sculpt has changed, but he's got his hair black. And then they explain, because Duke's got blonde hair, it'd be kind of confusing to have 2 leaders having blonde hair. That's a load of shit, that is.
Oh, no,
but
there's not
was our leader.
a colonel outrank sergeant any bloody day of the bloody week, you know. So it's not a bloody freaking talking about rank.
Yeah,
Duke, shave your head or die. Get fall behind, and he never fall behind. All you see in the cartoons is like, "Oh, Duke, attack." Well, why should we listen to you? Did General Hook or General Hook said something? He's just poor General Hook.
What I do to Duke?
Wait, I think I missed the episode where Duke went, "I'm Duke, attack." I might have liked him.
Hey, that's what I reckon us Cobra fans how we looked upon it. We were like, look at Cobra, they're badass. Like, and you know what, bro?
I've got a 12-inch talking Duke, right? And it almost sounds like that. I'm Duke. Attack. Attack.
The time he's finished posing, like, attack. Legion. Cobra's already dying. We're already taking the base, Duke. And Duke's
that smug smile on Duke. Like, smiling away.
Yeah, Duke. Again, my dad was in the Navy, but he was out of the Navy before I was born. So he wasn't like a military guy. He was there for, I think, 4 years he served, right?
Yeah.
But I got to know ranks, and it always drove me nuts that, like, he's not even the highest ranked sergeant, and yet there's so many officers that outrank him like crazy.
Yeah.
And I always knew Hawk, who was a colonel, outranked him, and I was like, why isn't he the leader? So Hawk was always the leader.
Yeah.
Even as a kid, just because I looked at the file cards, and then when they came out with General Hawk, and they said he was the leader, it made me happy.
Well, yeah. What it comes down to, who came first on the Gijo's, who came first, chicken or egg? Was it Duke or Hawk? Who came first?
Hawk.
Well, Hawk was in the original 13.
Yeah.
He was the leader of Joe.
I already know the answer to that question, but I'm just saying which came first, chicken or egg. And Duke came around and he was like the pretty boy. You know, we don't want a pretty boy.
Yeah, basically in the comics, Hawk got a promotion. So Hawk needed a field commander, and that's when Duke came along.
Actually,
but the problem is,
they
could have gave the field command to Stalker. Stalker would have been a far better choice than Duke.
Again, I know Lenny has served in the military, and I know in combat, but there still is a hierarchy that goes along with it. Again, but everyone, remember, they're all special forces. Everyone in G.I. Joe is technically the best of the best.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, technically Cutter, I believe, outranked Duke. And he's in the Coast Guard, so I don't know if that technically.
Funny you should say Cutter, buddy. Okay, let's move right along to our next one. The retro version.
Oh, thank you.
Why,
I was wondering when we're going to get something like Cobra Loving. This is nice.
It's got an out of a look to his face, eh? And is he saying, "What's that?" or "What the fuck"?
I believe it's left to your.
What's that?
I believe that is left to your interpretation, but I assume he's saying, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
They could at least change his mouth or change something, but why is that going across? This is one of those tamiya sort of glasses that you can actually put words on, like, you know? Why is that cross? That's done. 2 heads with pointless lettering on it.
Well, there's already a lot of new tooling on this, or different tooling, so they're not going to retool that head. What makes it difficult with this is that he has that like he's talking like this, and that really stands out. So it's not like the best figure to reuse the head.
I know what the head is.
I wouldn't use these.
I know what the head is.
The original head's good. Don't know what these other 2 heads are for. But you know what? You almost can hear him afterwards flushing the toilet.
No, bro, no.
Hey, look at this thing, fucking shit, bro.
No.
Tacos. Never should have ate tacos.
No.
Frostbite, this is the retro card one.
Yeah, this is definitely a retro card.
So he has short sleeves now. He has the vest. That's all different.
But that mouth, that head sculpt or the mouth sculpt is Clint Eastwood. Dirty Harry. Do you feel punk? Do you feel lucky? Or do you? Do you punk?
He's probably gone up to Duke and just went, oh. That's what every Gijo's face looks like behind Duke's back.
Do you say to me, bro, this guy's having a shit and he says, alert, and says, what the fuck? As in, like, don't come in after me.
Yep. Alert, I just dropped the bomb.
You know what? I got the portal potty behind me, and I cannot wait to do shit like that with it. Even though technically I have.
Do it and tag the Cobra put. He's your toilet shot.
Yeah, he's squeezing a big boy out. Nice. The funny thing is, the original figure didn't came with that sort of look. It just came with a smiley face sort of look, I think.
Actually, I won't say he's done tacos. I reckon he's constipated, the poor bugger.
Yeah. So you're talking about the O-ring figure?
Yep.
Yeah. So they're giving you the O-ring, but Lenny had hinted at this a while back that he always loved the writing that went across it, and then he hinted before this was coming out that they might be doing that. And
nice.
This was a figure you had to do. I love the fact that they gave you an army builder for the trouble bubble. So if you wanted more than one trouble bubble, you weren't going to get stuck with like 10 Baronesses, you know?
Yeah.
But not everyone could afford it. Not everyone wanted the trouble bubble. So this works out perfect. And they gave him different arms. So he has a short sleeves just like the O-ring, and the vest is like the O-ring. But nice. I think they nailed it. I think they did a wonderful job.
Yep. Out of all the, because it's funny, bro. Because this here in the comics was also a communication, but like a TV screen, and you see in the comics things will come riding out in front of their face.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how that will work out. I mean, is he a mute and he can't for a communication officer, he can't say what's, or maybe it's radio silent. So if he's on radio silent, he can still alert and something's going on.
The only way you become a televiper is if you are a mute. If not, they have to remove your vocal cords.
It explains the face. He's so frustrated with the rest of the Cobras don't understand what he's on about. Like, what?
And also, nothing like a sniper, from 400 yards away, just looking, going, oh, so this is what they're doing right now, guys.
Yep.
Televiper is just writing it all across the face. That's Frostbite not wearing mute.
Or maybe Cobra had a bright idea. Say they can read our lips, but hey, if we put like visors on and actually say what's going on, they can't read our lips because they can't. So you have low light going, well, look, I know what they're doing because it actually says on their visor what they're going to be doing. We can flank them.
Guys, it's writing across the televiper's visor. They can't be that dumb, right? Oh, they can be. All right, well.
Maybe he get interrogated, If he's getting interrogated, where are this thing on my side? I ain't gonna say nothing. Comes across the thing. It's in the bunker.
Why didn't they use this technology in anything else?
Because it's stupid.
Exactly.
That's right out stupid. No, they do. You can actually get sunglasses from Tingu saying, have a happy day, and it goes across your sunglasses. That's what it is. But, bro, Campbell, when you said he's mute, the only thing that came to my mind was the rest of the Cobra troopers, and they're going up to him saying, what is it? What is it, Lassie? What are you trying to tell us, Lassie? Lassie! Lassie's trying to tell them.
Rightio, bro. Moving right along. Now, this is what we've been waiting on.
All right, man.
This to me is a sexy beast.
Okay, so you're saying you like it?
I'm not saying it's the exact replica of the All Striker. It looks to me like the World's Peacekeeper buggy.
Yeah, I've got one of these. So go and get it. Be right back. Compare it.
Yeah, why not?
If you're on Facebook in some of these groups, there's people already whining and crying about it. Okay, it does look different.
Yeah,
which I'm fine with.
Yeah,
I think so. Someone had pointed out the small wheels, but that's how dune buggies are, aren't they? They have smaller wheels in the front. All right.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly.
Okay, but also somebody pointed out, and I didn't notice this. That upper roll cage looks like it comes right off, and when you take it off, it looks just like the All Striker.
Yep.
And then it looks like those are javelins there.
It's separate.
Yeah. So if you take that off, and you can probably remove that gunner's the gunner seat there.
Yeah.
The only thing that you have is smaller wheels. It looks like it has the shocks on it.
Yeah.
I have no problem with them updating something.
The only issue I do have, not with the vehicle itself, is with crankcase.
Okay, here we go, guys.
Now, two things. You're back here, you bro. All right, you show us the vehicle.
Now here we go. You can't tell me they got inspiration from this.
Yeah.
How bro? Yeah.
But it
looks
Peacekeeper. But it looks like that. It looks like that the roll cage on the All Striker comes off if you wanted to.
Yeah, let's go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just go back to. Yeah. So it does look like it does come off. It's completely separate. Yeah, I'll say there's a post here, and that post there.
Yeah, you're right.
And I would have been surprised, as you said, that the seat comes off.
I bet the seat comes off.
Yeah,
I bet it just pops right off. Yeah, and then you can control the. They have these machine guns are remotely controlled too. I've talked to Bobby B about it. He talked about it. Like these things are remotely controlled. So it's not really that big of a deal. Now, if you notice that machine gun down there, that looks like an actual M60 machine gun.
Yep.
Not that one. That's the 50 cal. Go down.
That's Brownie.
Oh, this one here.
Yep, that is the Rambo.
Yeah. I see it. Well, it's not the security camera. It's the actual gun.
Yeah. So I think the small tires in the front make it look weird because the original one didn't have small tires.
Yeah.
But
these ones got small tires.
But like I said, the final product may vary, so they may put on the bigger wheels at the front.
I can't imagine them doing that because then it would offset the height of it.
Yeah,
they'd have to redo the suspension. Well, of course, Tony Figs doesn't like it because Gridiron released theirs or showed off theirs, so he has to like that because he paid $200 for that thing.
But I've got no issue with the vehicle. I even like how the star has got like scrape marks on there. That's pretty cool.
It's nice because that's
my
raised
issue
up.
is with the figure itself, crankcase.
So you know that's raised that up.
Crankcase.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with crankcase?
Yeah. So the original, and I know I shouldn't go on with the original, but I've got a special place for crankcase in my heart. He came with the green jersey.
Yeah.
And his hair was a little bit lighter orange. But apart from that, that's my only gripe, really. So if I was going to get this figure, or if it was given to me as a birthday present, I would probably try and change the shirt to match the jersey, that green. But apart from that,
but I do think with this here, and this is the biggest problem with the Joe community right now, right? They whine and cry that all they're doing is remakes, but then they do this, and now everyone's bitching about it. This is clearly classified up. You look at that extra roll cage, which I do hope it comes off because I think it looks kind of weird. But maybe once we see it in person, personally, I'd like to take it off because I think the dune buggy will look. I actually saw someone already do a digital render where they removed it, and it looks awesome. So if you're looking at this as, hey, you know what? This is the classified version. This is what we think it's going to look like. This is what Crankcase would look like. He does have the green shirt underneath it. I love Crankcase. I always loved the gun because it's the gun. If I remember correctly, what Arnold uses in Commando when they take his daughter and they're like, "So we got a deal, right?" And he's like, "Wrong," and then he shoots the guy in the head right from down like this because Arnold doesn't need to aim. So I don't see the gun. That's probably the one thing that bothers me more than anything. That I don't see his classic gun. But this is clearly classified up. But I understand exactly what you're saying. I would assume that we'll probably get a retro card. I don't see this changing. But I have a feeling that roll cage comes off, so then they future proof it. So then they can pop other things onto it.
Yep, exactly. I do love the rocket launchers on the side too, and the extra lights on top.
Yeah.
That is out the gate.
I'm willing to bet those come off. So if you want to take them off, then you can take them off. They look like javelins.
Yeah,
but there's not javelins like what the javelin.
I know exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I love the fact. Going back here, toolbox. That'd be cool. If that opens up and you see a whole bunch of tools in there.
But there's not. That's what sucks. Because they would show you. They would show everything.
And I love the coffee mug too.
Yeah,
the only thing he needs on the coffee mug.
So I didn't notice.
The only thing he needs on the coffee mug is my coffee mug.
You already know there's going to be one toy maker that's already going to be going, oh, they copied off me. I put that in my Vanguard. Yep. Oops, I guess I let that out. I like the off-road hat. I like the fact that they have an actual dune buggy helmet. Yeah, they have the dune buggy helmet that someone would wear. You have the goggles there. Like, this has a lot of stuff to it. So I'm happy with what I'm seeing.
I just hear money sound, but he's full of stuff here. It's well worth the buy. I mean, I wouldn't buy it in New Zealand because I couldn't afford it.
Good if it was actually RC, ready control.
That'll be out the gate, bro. That'll be out the gate.
That will
bloody
be
expensive.
Ready control.
They'll probably do it with Rumba, bro. Ready control. But I like how you think, and they wouldn't be too hard to do with that size.
Just take that's easy to do. Just take the frame off and put it onto an RC frame. I'll take the chassis off. Put the frame off and put it on an RC chassis.
Yeah,
Bob's your uncle.
US Combo Jojo says he likes this update. Yeah, I don't mind the back roll cage. I don't mind it at all. I enjoy it. I like it.
The more I'm looking at it, the more I'm starting to enjoy it. But I hope the roll cage comes off, like the back roll cage, because then you can get your classic version. And they know people want that. Like they know that. That's why, with the Vamp, all the extra stuff that was on it, they made it so it could come off.
Yeah.
Like anything that was on it, they made it so, hey, you want the classic version? Here you go.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just looking at my one here. I wonder. Yeah. I wonder. excuse me. So I got it here. I wonder that back seat's going to be able to rotate like this one. I can turn it that way.
Is there a motor to that?
Yeah, there's a missile here.
Yeah, but there's a motor. Looking at here, bro, there's a motor sticking out like dog's bollocks on the top here.
Yeah, that's where the motor was on the original.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's similar. It's very similar, but it's different.
Do you know why I've always had a fondness of the All Striker? Because I love the movie Delta Force.
Yeah. And this one reminds me a lot of the Delta Force. That's why I spotted it and like that. I'm gonna put my dreadlocks in this. Even though I don't know. Yeah. Going through the swamp.
That'd be cool.
That's my idea of what I bought it.
New Zealand. But yeah, I mean, vehicle wise, I love, and I still love crankcase. But yeah, the massive helmets, the caps. So I would say, does that hair come off? No, that looks like a helmet. Is that a different head sculpt?
No, I don't think so.
Oh wow, that's even better.
Like, yeah, I don't. Well, I don't know, because does it look like it has black goggles on over it? I mean, it's hard to say.
Know. Yeah,
it's hard to say because of digital renders. But he comes with a lot of accessories. There's a lot.
He's got a bandana.
Yep.
Yeah, that bandana is the one that I think comes with
Stalker. No,
not Stalker.
Falcon.
Not Falcon. It is a Cobra. I think the Range Viper, maybe.
Oh yeah, the Range Viper.
Right. Maybe Zertin. Yeah, maybe Zertin.
Zertin.
No,
not Zertin. His brother. Yeah.
But what's the piece in the front? Oh my God, the piece in the front is a cover for his mouth, isn't it?
Yeah. From his you can get from paintballs.
Yeah. Son of a bitch. Cocksucker son of a gun. Sorry people for saying that. Yeah, so that's obviously for his
it's a bandana or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Okay, now
that's obviously for his face.
Can I just get this already?
And that would be around his neck. Yeah.
It's RP from Toy Story.
Do you want to buy it now?
I want it now.
Yeah.
I mean,
actually, the more I look at crankcase, the more it's grown on me.
And look at his overlay there. It looks like he's got a communication device up on his chest, isn't it?
Yep. Right here, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the comm.
Oh, dude. All right. Yeah, that overlay is all new. And then he probably has a med
all new, all right. Yep.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
All right, just give it to me already. Just
yeah. The more I look at him, the more I've actually fallen in love. Yeah. Nah. I've always had a soft spot for Crankcase, and when I found out he was one of the Joes that passed away by the Saw Viper, man, I was gutted, literally gutted.
One of the guys that passed away. I like how you said that. You mean mowed down?
Yeah, true. He was mowed down. I'm trying to be PC, but I can't be PC because I did more hard out. Yeah, he was annihilated. He was mowed down. He was sawed.
No chance.
And I think that's the last one. I think, no, that's not. We've got more to come, bro.
Yeah.
We have the snake armor, and this is behemoth of a fucking thing.
This thing is, so if all the accessories next to it are to scale with it, this thing's going to be pretty big. And if it came with the figure, they'd show the figure with it. But I am wondering, when you look at where it says like snake, snake right there, it almost looks like maybe that opens up. They may have made it so a figure can sit down in it. That looks like it opens up. I don't know why I pointed at my screen because you can't see it.
I love that.
But that looks like a hinge, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So I bet that opens up. I bet you can fit a figure in there. Yeah. Yep. So I bet he sits down in it, just like the Trouble Bubble, in the same way that Gridiron did theirs, right?
Yep.
But they give you all the classic weapons. Yeah, this is going to be probably $75. That's what kind of gets me. I have a feeling.
I want to know, why does the groin area have a face? And it's like it's sticking its tongue out. It's a face on the groin area.
I thought actually it was
Lawrence, I just said that we're a bit out there with the show, bro. So.
Hey, no worries. You've heard my show.
For a second, I thought actually was one of the Autobots symbols.
Frostbite wants you
to be surprised. But yeah, I kind of agree with you, mate. I reckon they go in there and they sit down and operate this. So this will be huge. This will be a massive toy.
Well, okay, so I think Baldylocks did it. Or it might have even been the Full Force. They took Torch. They took the Torch digital render and they put it next to this because they just lined up the size of the flame effects. But when I was downstairs working on my stuff today, I grabbed Torch's flame effect, the long one, and looked at it. This thing looks like it's about three high. So if you take, 1.5 of the Torch that effect, you should be able to fit a figure sitting down. So I have a feeling that's what we might actually do.
Yeah, it makes sense. Because this, to me, looks like it sort of turns around on its own axis. Like, basically, like on a chair. Like,
dude, it almost looks like a mech suit for the original O-ring snake armor. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
It looks like there's a...
It does. It sure does.
Well, if it's the case, and it's put the figure on it, who would you have operating it?
It's just a Cobra Trooper.
That's a Cobra Trooper.
I ain't putting no one in it because you ain't going to see him.
Come on, Hasbro. You got to get... It would be cool if it came with a figure to operate it.
But I find it weird because they like to give you a figure with everything. So...
Yeah. I could see, like, Dr. Venom. Didn't he help create the original snake armor in the comics?
That I don't remember.
Tony Viper, Frostbite's Lane.
All right, so remember how I said like it looks like they're actually taking the O-ring snake armor and just dropping it in there. Have you guys ever seen? I came across him on TikTok. I don't even know what his name is. And I don't go on TikTok very often, but he's in one of these reels, and he pointed out that big steroid bodybuilders. So you know how the traps are huge. Once you see the video, it looks like a little guy that's dropped into a big muscle suit. because the traps look like the top of someone's shoulders. Yeah. And then he does like this little digital thing to pull them out. And he was like, I said this to my friend. He goes, I just thought everyone thought that. And when I said it, my buddy was like, what are you talking? And he's like, now I can't unsee it. So he like did a whole thing. Yeah. Yep. So oh my god! He's like pulling guys out, and their skin tone is like a lighter. But that'd
be kind of cool. that'd be kind of cool. And I take it because it folds up the front, like up. If there's like ladders or steps to get in there.
You know what I reckon would be good on it? A bat.
What?
A bat.
A bat. An armored bat. A battle android trooper within an android trooper. It's like getting 5 little robots to make one big robot.
Yeah, why not?
Voltron.
Yeah, this is where you put one of the Valkyries in because they're small and.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I mean, but I can see it. But it looks like it's going to open up so you can. Either they're going to make it so you can work on it, or they're going to make it so a figure can fit into it.
Yep.
And I do hope it's a figure that fits into it, just so it stays along what they've been doing.
Yeah.
The probably going to say, they're probably going to release another one out and probably have Duke as a. He's put Duke in here. We love Duke. Hasbro loves Duke, so they're probably going to put G.I. Joe version and put Duke in it.
Didn't he? No, he didn't use one to escape. I lied. My bad.
I love the rocket. I love the fact that this guy clicks a rocket on and then fires it off.
So he clicks a rocket on and fires it off.
I still got a flamethrower, actually.
Oh, here's a new one. Here's a new guy here, bro. There's a Viper Scout, and he says, "Norganized monkey is piloting."
Oh, yeah, there you go. There we go. We just found the mystery. You know, they open up the hat and Cooper and the monkey.
You heard of Hulkbuster, bro? This will be the Joe Buster.
Yeah.
They bust on Joes.
I'll tell you what, this will make people want to go buy those Hulkbusters that nobody wanted.
Yep.
And I know a lot of people bought them for G.I. Joe. This might make a lot of people run out there and want to, grab some so they can have something to fight.
Yeah, most definitely. I can see that. I can definitely see that.
Understand which one is right now.
Right.
The detail is incredible, I must admit.
I like the shading on it. Yeah. It looks like it has wear on it. Again, I'm not sure if that's just because, the Hydra Stomper. Yes. Thank you, Viper Scout. I'm not sure if it's just maybe the shadowing on it, even though it's a digital render, but I think this looks pretty cool. I'm not a huge snake armor guy. I'm not a huge mech guy, but I think this looks pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't like the people. I'm gonna get a lot of haters for this. I didn't like the original snake armor.
I didn't either.
To me, it was like limited articulation. Big deal. I know that a lot of people try and sell them hard out. And would I want one? Sure. If I can't have one, okay, I'll get something that's pretty close to it. Like, this I will definitely buy. If I can afford it here in New Zealand, this I will definitely buy.
Yeah, it was a Viper Scout saying, I'm getting one. It'll work with my O-ring. Yeah, this is something you could definitely work with your O-rings. No doubt about that. You could mix and match that pretty easily. I love the, and again, I love the fun effects.
Yeah.
Ronnie, we talked about this on Thursday with a friend. we already discussed the whole cricket thing, which I still don't understand.
Oh, cricket's a good sport. My brother here played cricket, didn't you, bro?
Yeah. Cricket's pretty much like baseball.
Yeah, Ronnie tried to explain it to me. It's nothing like baseball. It's nothing like baseball. And believe me, baseball is slow and boring.
You're right. I played softball and I played cricket, and both sports are long. Takes nearly all day to play.
Yeah, but baseball is going to last 7 days.
So Tux Murphy's Toy Solution. Yeah, I've got a check mail Chuck Mel or whatever Soldier Force mech suit, and they look really good. They look, and it's cheap as chips too. So let's go into this, bro. Slice and dice.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That.
All right.
That is crazy.
So I said, Slice and Dice. I remember them, but it was after my time of playing with G.I. Joe and everything. I had a feeling these would look good if I saw them, because everything they've done for Classified for the most part is good. I had no urge for these. I didn't want these. If they make them, great.
Yeah.
And then I saw them today, and I went, "Fuck! They look awesome."
They do.
I love the colors on them.
Yeah.
I love all the alternate heads and everything. If Matthew is watching, somebody, please, Big Trouble in Little China, there better be a fucking custom.
Like this.
Yes.
Yes.
We better see a custom for Big Trouble in Little China.
Big trouble.
But this was one I wasn't excited for. I didn't have any interest in them, and then I saw them today, and I went.
Yeah, I'm gifting Gummy these.
I don't know. I don't know if this silver part comes off and that face goes on, or that whole head sculpt goes off.
They're head sculpt. They're head sculpts. Yeah, we've seen the leaks. Those are all head sculpts. Yeah.
What the hell is this thing here? Looks like they blew something out.
I would assume that's to hold.
The swords.
Yeah. Do they have swords? Oh yeah.
Sliced it.
Wait. Who do we have? We don't have those yet. We don't have any of these accessories yet.
And it's also the wrong sword. This is Chibang's swords. So is this another?
Wait, do we have those? Does someone have those swords?
Yeah, in the original comics, she bangs. I bet she does.
Yeah, but did we get those? I feel like we got those somewhere. I do like the fact that Dragon Mask matches the Blue Ninjas.
This here.
Yeah, it matches the Blue Ninjas.
Yeah, that's cool.
It looks like
look at those eyes. That's a mean ass look on Dice.
He's got the scar on his man. These look. I mean, this sculpting. If this is what it comes out looking like, this is like I think they nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like you can put like some sort of bandolier on with those.
Actually, you go to that face. And you put a fun mustache. Yeah, the face. We can see the face. Bald head face.
Slice.
You put a fun mustache and some pair of glasses, and we got ourselves punk.
Right. Yeah, true.
Wow.
Yeah. You are, mate. They put it on Yumi. They think this is how we want this guy to look like, but we can't. You know,
according to everyone, I already have a figure. So.
Yeah, I've seen that. Pretty cool, bro.
According to everyone, I look like Leatherneck. Or Leatherneck looks like me.
Yeah, I've seen that. And that face mask there for Slice, that's a demon-looking mask there.
That's awesome.
That is insane.
And
I love the detail on the X's too.
Yeah.
Is that something new?
Yeah, those are all new.
So the X will belong to Dice, of course, because Dice came with the X in the staff bow. So that'll be his weapons, Dice, the staff, and I will say, well, Slice has got a lot of weapons. There's a lot of weapons there, man.
Which is good because
it gives you options.
Yeah, it's good that they're not using the same old ninja weapons, which they've done a couple times.
Yeah.
But that,
yeah.
So, is that a sigh at the top? Because if it is, it's like the worst sigh ever.
Yeah, it's a sigh.
It is the shortest sigh I've ever seen in my life.
It is a
sigh for midget.
That looks like a cactus.
They're crawling.
That to me, get rid of that handle, and that is a woman's sex organs right there. Get
or it's handle. This. It might be this too.
Might be that too.
It's a middle finger with someone that's missing 2 fingers.
It's just right his way down. Hey, dude. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's quite disgusting. Look, the handle looks just as big as the actual pointing end of the sigh.
Hey, the pointing finger is not the size that matters. How you know to use it, and that's what she said.
That's what I tell the girls.
It's not the sigh that matters; it's how you point it, how
you use it.
There's a free hole. It's a free hole poker. Yeah, sure. You can get 2 other friends on the array, and woohoo!
Yeah.
That's for one in the pink and one in the stink.
That's right.
Ooh, one spear for someone else. Yep. It's.
And who knows? These spike things here are insane.
I'd be scared shitless of someone. Like, it's one thing for someone with brass knuckles to come after you. Someone with these Cylon fucking weapons or whatever. It looks like one of the Cylon vehicles or something.
Yeah.
Just with a big sharp. I'd be scared shitless.
Apart from the side, it's Slicing Dice Chinese because they've got Chinese weapons. I'm just clicking onto that.
Yeah.
Apart from the side. That's actually a well-known Japanese weapon.
It said that Slice was trained in European. I've got to look at the file card to be honest, but Dice does look like it could be Chinese. You know what? Now that you said it, all I see is Big Trouble in Little China now.
Yeah.
Okay, so Slice comes with the curved sword and the sword right next to it. So I'm looking at the O-ring right now. So he actually came with those. Well, something similar.
Maybe you should ask Chinese.
Yeah, so the bottom weapons are definitely his. That's
okay. I'll ask China.
A red one.
Yeah.
And then Dice. Seriously. You want to talk about just mailing in the names one day? We'll just go with Slice and Dice.
Because you are right, bro. That looks to me like a Chinese style mask, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're right. Dice comes with that staff and the axes. I got to run to the restroom real quick, so I'm gonna stop this.
Don't worry, man.
That's okay, buddy. I think that's the last one anyway.
What's that thing next to? Is that a cape? That big thing over your head.
Yeah. So you put him over that, and he's like that. So I think you're right, bro. It looks like it, and also the fact that hat there had spikes on there too.
Yeah. Going around, you just throw it. Good whip. Yeah. That actually is.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they are Chinese fighters. That'd be kind of cool. Like, but
were they G.I. or were they Cobras?
They were Cobras, bro.
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, pretty sure it was Cobras. Yeah,
they were part of the Ninja Force line.
That's a badass. I'll get it. Yeah,
the Slice and Dice.
Slice
came out with 2 versions. He came out with the red version and the orange version. Dice came out as he is, but then they repainted Dice to be the Red Ninja, but he didn't have very much Red Ninja look on him in the O-ring style.
Yeah. No, that's nice. So they're going to come out together, or that's one separate?
No, they'll be deluxe pack. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. That's my best. That's how I imagine it.
Yeah. Well, but I might have to sell my some of my organs to get it. Yeah. I'll go on the back market and sell a kidney to get this. It's kind of cool.
Funny enough, the deluxe packs here in New Zealand don't cost that much. I believe I know it's an older figure, the Steel Brigade, I can get them for like $50 or $60 here in New Zealand, which isn't too bad. But if you get like a vehicle and a figure at the same time, like I think the Ferret comes with a driver, then you're talking about some good money here in New Zealand.
Yeah. You're gonna have to donate your daughter, donate your kids. Wow, it's expensive.
Yeah, that's probably why I started collecting some of the classified series Joes, but then I realized, like, my thing is vintage. Each to their own, Yeah.
I've kind of, I got some vintage Cobra that you gave me, but I must admit, these classifieds, I'm looking hard at actually getting. My problem is displaying area.
Yeah, displaying.
Yeah. Well, my girlfriend and I, we are planning to move to a bigger place for the dogs and for me, because she kind of looks at what I'm doing here and she's like, you need to expand.
All right.
And get it and put in the garage.
That, I would say, is that.
Yeah.
How about my man? Shall we get ready for the segment, if it's all right with Lawrence? Guess in the hot seat.
Yes, guess in the hot seat. You know what that time is, guys, ladies, gentlemen? It's the guess on the hot seat.
That chair looks way more comfortable than mine.
It sure does.
Yeah. And I'd like something heated right now.
Yeah.
That'd be nice too.
Okay, Lawrence, my man. So we each got about 5 questions each, but we also asked the audience to ask a question or two within that. So first of all, mate, my first question is this: who got you inspired in collecting toys?
Oh, I don't know if there's one thing. I mean, I was a skateboarder. I am a skateboarder, and I don't know. It just goes with that nerd culture. Again, I don't think when we were younger we collected toys. We'd play with toys, but even going into like high school, we always went to the toy section. My friends, some were Star Wars collectors, some were Star Trek collectors. I don't think there was anyone. I just love them. I'm a collector of things, and I didn't realize till later on in life.
Yeah, good.
Awesome,
okay.
Right?
All right, my question. What was your favorite toy growing up?
Favorite toy or favorite line?
Oh, that's a good question.
Toy. A toy, any toy. A toy that you remember growing up as your ultimate favorite toy.
Oh, it's a kid. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, as a kid. Mine was Grunt. And even though I'm a Cobra fan, guys, I love my Grunt.
Audience, what was my favorite toy growing up? Well, it was not Shipwreck, but it was something. It was an aircraft carrier. Not everyone had it.
Yep. So
when you have it, you are the envy of people that want to come play with it.
Yes.
Boy, that sounded wrong. And it also brings back a lot of memories. In general, I got it for Christmas in '85. My mom passed away in '89, so it means a lot. It means a lot to me. That's what a lot of like going back to G.I. Joe. It takes me back to a much easier time. But the aircraft carrier, because you could use it for everything. Cobra took it over. You had your Sky Strikers on it, had your Conquests on it, Dragonflies, Tomahawks. You might be able to get a pattern that I was a little spoiled.
Yeah.
But it'd have to be the aircraft carrier, just because even though it was stationary, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Now, did you by any chance put a like some rollers or extend the bottom part of the aircraft carrier? Like I've seen most people.
I've raised mine 6 inches up.
Yeah.
So I use some 6x2s to follow the base and raise it up, so now I can store stuff underneath it. As a kid, if you've ever seen the aircraft carrier, it's just on these
struts.
Yeah, it's on the struts, and if you move it too much, it's going to break. So my dad put it on an old closet door. So if I wanted to move it like across the basement or just even shift it like a foot or two, it was always going to be on that and it wouldn't get ruined.
That's cool.
It wasn't on wheels though. It was a little kid trying to push with all his might his door.
I think my brother and I only saw the aircraft carrier once at that toy store across the road from Pack and Save in Hastings, What is it? Toys R Us or something like that.
Toys R Us.
They had it displayed in the center. Like this is when back in GIJ was quite big and popular. And God, I miss those toy stores. We don't get those big toy stores here in New Zealand anymore, and it really breaks my heart. But yeah, that thing was displayed, and my God, it was a beauty. It was such a beautiful thing.
I don't think a lot of people have seen it. I mean, even today, I said when people say they want a classified version, and I've made reference to say, have you ever seen it in real life? And people will snip back and be like, yeah, of course I've seen it in real life. Like, all right, dude. Well, it's not just long; it's really wide and it's really high. It's 7.5 feet long, but it's about, I think it's 3 or 3.5 feet wide, and it's like 3 feet high to the top of the radio antennas, right? So it's fucking huge, not just long. It's really wide.
So I'm doing the stream in the garage, right? And I would have to say my garage is probably 6-7 meters long. So you'll probably be looking at carrier, a classified version, that long.
Yeah, you're looking at
maybe even longer.
You're looking at the same size as a standard 4-door car.
So according to people, I think they said it would be 15 feet long if it's classified, because people they're trying to take, or it's 15 feet long because they're trying to say, well, if you take 3.75 and go up to 6 inch, this is what it's. But it's not like that, because the O-rings, again, they were thinner. You could work their shoulders into stuff. You can't do that when it comes to classified, right? Yeah. So it would have to be even bigger than that. It would be 18 feet long. And once again, the flag is not even close to being to scale of a real aircraft carrier.
Nah, nowhere near it. Okay, mate. So has anyone else got a question in the chat? Not that I can see.
No, not right now.
Not right now? Okay.
We all know everything about.
Okay. So my question too is, what do you like to do to relax, buddy?
Wow. What do you consider relaxing?
To me,
I like to skateboard, but I don't know if you'd actually consider that relaxing. I consider. I mean, it's a stress release. I don't consider going to the gym relaxing. I like to veg out and watch TV. I guess here's a way to put it. I like to sit down with my daughter and watch a TV show. Like, we've been watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel. We watched Suits before that. So personally for me, I like to go skateboard, but at 49 it's hard. you really have to be in the mood and your body doesn't move the same. But for me, just sit down with my daughter and just watch something, and half the time I'll fall asleep and then she'll wake me up and be like, did you see that? No, explain it to me.
Yep, I know what that's like. We got a question. We got our first question here, and it's from Ronnie. So I'm pretty sure it's a piss take, but we might as well answer it. So, who's your favorite Australian or New Zealand YouTuber?
Fuller's Figure. I'm just gonna make it easy there.
There's
I'm not causing any controversy.
I gotta say, touche. That was well said.
Yeah. Oh, you answered like that
like a true gentleman.
Yep. My question is, it's a simple question: summer or winter?
Oh, summer. Oh God, summer. I'm a skateboarder. I will take 100 degrees in this fucking humidity that we get in Michigan over 10 degrees and windy and no sunshine.
Yeah, I had a bad one when I was younger. I can understand it.
Yeah, we snowboarded because we couldn't skateboard. But if I had the indoor skate park that I go to now, I probably would very rarely have ever gone snowboarding. I mean, we skateboarded outside in overhangs when it was 10 degrees out and windy. But as you get older, and you guys know this, the cold just it freezes up your joints. The heat at least makes you be able to move, right?
Yep.
And girls wear skimpier stuff in the summer.
Oh, 100%. But I'm the same before. I got arthritis in my hands and my hips, so I love the summer. I can move around freely. Yeah, and winter. Well, when it rains and it's winter, that's it.
Yeah.
And the cold doesn't bother me. The cold does not bother me. Like I never zip my jacket up. I don't wear gloves. It doesn't bother me. I just, as I get older, it's like I would be fine with it never being cold again.
Yeah, I'm not really a winter person because you know me, bro, and us, what we used to do. My joints are stuff, bro, and I feel the cold bad. Yeah, bad knees. Bad back. Wrestling around, that was great, but as you get older now, feeling the pain. Feeling the pain.
That thing of you feel when the cold's coming on. My kid's mother, my ex, she's had 4 back surgeries, thyroid surgery, heart surgery. She's a medical fucking marvel. And when she tells you, "Oh my God, I can just feel that it's about to rain," you understand it.
Yep. Yeah. Funny enough, we had an earthquake. Where was the earthquake, bro? We were talking about the show anyway. Was it the Monday?
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night.
Yeah.
So
I just started work. I just started shuffling and we were talking, and it hit us. Earthquake.
Yep. So the earthquake, I felt about a week ahead. I just knew that we were due for an earthquake, and I could feel this sort of tension. And I had my earbuds. My foreman said he heard the earthquake and said, "Mate, I felt it before everyone had a chance to hear it." Yeah. That's how sensitive and fucked up my body is.
Great.
Joe fan says he hates the heat.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. And to each their own. Man, I will take, and I know Darren, I know he knows this, if Tony's still here, I will take the Augusta, Georgia, 100 degrees, 100% humidity during Joe Fest over what it is right now any day. It was 40, it was in the mid 40s yesterday. It was 2 days ago. Mid 40s. Yesterday, mid 40s, fucking pouring. And then it dropped down to in the 20s, started snowing, and now it's in the low 20s is our high. My backyard flooded, and now it's frozen.
Let it go.
This is Michigan. You can hit all 4 seasons in 24 hours.
That's like my thing, bro.
All right, that's good. Lawrence can get the Red Wings to come and play in your backyard.
Yeah.
He knows what I mean. You know what I mean by Red Wings. Detroit Red Wings.
Oh, the Red Wings.
I like Red Wings.
The Red Wings. I'm like, what the hell's a Red Wing?
I'm disappointed in you. It's been from Detroit.
You said Red Wings.
Red Wings.
Like you said Reed. I'm like, what the fuck are Red Wings? I know what the Red Wings are.
Red Wings.
That's the Kiwi accent, brother. We are fucked up.
Oh, we funny when we go over there, man. They're gonna look at us like, where they from?
I like the Heat because any chance I go commando, I love it.
Okay, I don't go commando.
Yeah.
All right, I don't like. Okay, I don't like swamp ass. All right, It's not like I'm like, man, I want it to be hot and humid so I can get swamp ass.
Yeah, I never liked Campbell going commando. It was hard resting in the backyard, and you know, where you do a body slam, next minute you get 2-0 going. You're fat, bro. Put the undies on.
That's not the deal, bro. We did have undies on. We had the proper protection.
Darren, it was not that cold in Joe Fest. I don't know why you guys were cold in the convention center. I don't know what the hell you guys were complaining about.
All right.
Okay, bro. Okay, my third question is this. I want to know, what is your favorite toy line at this stage of the game? I've changed things up a bit. What's your favorite toy line at this stage of the game, and why?
It's G.I. Joe. It's
the
gijoeclassified line. I love almost everything they've given us, even the stuff that I think sucks. Well, let's take it back. I don't think anything has sucked, but all the stuff that isn't an A, it's never less than a C. Other than Falcon's head.
And the bent weapons.
The bending weapons. Okay. All right. So there were some problems. I love the line. You know, if it went away, I'd find something else. I'd find other toys to buy. There's a lot of other lines that I like. But going back to my childhood, it's always been G.I. Joe. From the moment I saw that first commercial, it was G.I. Joe.
Yeah, same here.
Like when I hear people like, oh, you know, as a kid I loved G.I. Joe, you know, but now I don't even collect it. I don't really like it. I'm into Mythic Legions or whatever. I don't understand how you could love something so much as a kid. It would be like, oh man, I love skateboarding as a kid, but now I don't even like it, but I love hockey. Like you can love the you know, another sport, but to say like you don't even like something, and there's a lot of people that are. I just don't get how that can be. And I'm not saying they're lying. I don't understand it.
Yeah. I mean, I think as I said this before, and I'll say it again, we got introduced to Star Wars. I love that. That was great. I think we got introduced to Star Wars and Star Trek about the same time. And then G.I. Joe came along, and that was me. That's my love. Transformers came along. We had some Transformers, but my younger brother here, the Cobra Pit, he went towards Star Wars. My older brother went towards Transformers. I always wanted to get into the army and the military line of G.I. Joe. That was it. I loved it. That was my life. Yeah, that is my life. I mean, I've got my career, but it's part of my life.
I love Star Wars. All I want to do is join the Imperial Navy. You know, try and shoot my brother and but miss. You know.
I will say it again. It's got to be really hard to sell cars that transform into robots to kids. That's got to be a real hard sell for the marketing team. God, how will I ever sell this? Oh, hey, look. Hey, little Johnny, this is a fucking car. Oh, but in 2 seconds, it's also a robot.
Yep.
Transformers are never going anywhere.
And saying that, they're making good movies.
Well, yeah. Well, they make shitty movies and people still buy.
I don't actually get it. It wasn't the greatest toy line in the 80s. There wasn't much articulation or that, but I've got to say they're killing it in the movies over G.I. Joe. But I think because the writers don't know G.I. Joe.
Oh, that's a huge. But okay, so I'm not saying that it's not. I'm not saying it's my favorite. It clearly isn't.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's the best. But what I'm saying is, in this day and age, you have to sell military to kids. Not that easy. You have to sell a superhero to a kid. That's a little easier. Actually, that's pretty easy, to be honest. But here's a robot, or here's a car, and then he transforms into a robot. Every little kid thinks that's awesome. I mean,
to make them do
it sells itself.
The Teslas.
Yeah, I'm not trying to knock anyone on their marketing team, but like, how hard can your fucking job be? Hey,
exactly,
Johnny, here's a car. It's also a fucking robot. Awesome, sold. And then the dad tries to transform it, and a half hour later, he's like, "Never change this again."
Yep,
because they made him so difficult.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Your question, bro.
Yeah. What was your latest toy? What's the latest toy you bought?
Well, I got a bunch of toys in at the same time. So I got Santa Claus.
Oh, cool.
Fresh Monkey Fiction, Naughty or Nice. This guy is awesome.
Looks like me.
And in that pile of loot came. Actually, this wasn't pile of loot. This is actually from. This is actually from the Four Horsemen. No, this is from Hella Dope Toys, but they all came at the exact same time.
Yep.
This guy here, and coolest thing is Santa's hat fits perfectly on him. And then I got another Mythic Legion, which is right here.
Oh, wicked!
This guy's he's super cool too. He looks like he has a Boba Fett mask with antlers.
Yeah,
remind me of the guy from Robin Hood.
The Hunter.
Yeah.
And let's see what else I get. I got the Punisher. Got the Punisher and Bushwhacker. I got a shitload of stuff, I guess.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I got some other stuff, but I don't remember what else I got. What the hell else? There was something else I got from BBTS, but I don't know what it was. Oh, I got the Killer Warg, but he's downstairs already. He's already in the display. So I have a tendency to maybe overdo it. But really nothing. I did order the Agent Venom. Is it Agent Venom? Yeah, Agent Venom from Revoltech from AliExpress for like $17 a couple of days ago because we were on a stream and I ordered them. Actually, yesterday. Friday night, actually. Only $17. I'll take the shot. I'll take the chance. See if it works out. I have issues.
Okay, my friend. My fourth question is this. It's quite a simple one. What is your favorite food? Either being fast food, homemade, whatever.
It's pizza.
Oh yes.
I eat so much pizza.
Tony's Pizza.
Yeah, being on the road all day. There's one pizza place, Jet's Pizza. I mean, there's a whole bunch of them. It's franchise. Even if the slices aren't 100%, they're never less than 80. So it's the cheapest. It's the cheapest thing to get that is consistent. And no, not Speedway Pizza. God, Darren. No, I'm not eating that gas station pizza.
Speedway Pizza.
Oh my God.
Now, for us Kiwis, do you guys get the Speedway? Like, is it an event that goes like a bunch of cars running around, crashing into each other?
Yeah,
they do.
It's called
Does he mean that type of pizza's got like covered in dirt and dust and?
No. So Speedway is a gas station.
Yeah,
they got stock cars.
Yeah, so it's named after like speedways, right?
Yeah.
Like in motor speedways and everything. But it's a gas station. It's a chain of gas stations. I believe they bought 7-Eleven or 7-Eleven bought them, one or the other.
Yeah.
You guys have 7-Eleven, right?
Yeah. We got 7-Eleven
Or
here.
at least you know what 7-Eleven is.
Yeah.
It's been in a lot of pop culture stuff. And they kind of have like a one-stop, and it's actually the gas card that my company gave us. So I'm in Speedways all the time. But they, they'll sell like taquitos and hot dogs, and they have breakfast sandwiches. And I'm not saying I've never eaten anything from there, but never once was I said, "Hey kids, pizza for dinner. I'm gonna go get Speedway."
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I just realized, the controversial name of Skid Mark, right? Why didn't they give him Speedway? There you go. Hasbro employ me now. I would head G.I. Joe to the right direction.
Isn't there a skid mark? There's one in Joe. Is there also one in Transformers?
There's Mirage in both G.I. Joe and Transformers.
No, but
there's also Shockwave.
But skid mark, I meant.
Yeah, there's Skid Mark in G.I. Joe.
Yeah, but isn't there one in? There's skids in Transformers.
Skids, yeah. But if you call them Speedway,
that probably would have been cooler.
That would have been cooler, eh? Yeah.
I don't even remember. I wouldn't know who Skid Mark is in G.I. Joe. I know the name, but it was after my time, and I'm not gonna. I don't act like someone who's like an expert. Like, oh, I remember that. Matthew was like, dude, it blew my mind how many Joes you didn't know after you stopped. I'm like, I was fucking skateboarding.
Fair enough. What's your question, my man?
My question is, okay, this is going to get your blood pressure up. This is a blood pressure one.
Oh, God.
Excuse me. What G.I. Joe you hate the most and why?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good question.
Oh, man.
You look at it and you just want to strangle the living shits out of it. Yeah?
Mute the mic, bro.
Yeah.
So there's a few.
Yep.
And I know there's a lot of there might be a lot more figures after I stopped playing with them and stuff, but I can't count them because they didn't do anything to me. But fuck you, Psych Out. Fuck you. All right. Why do you have satellite dishes on your fucking wrists? All right. You already have one that you're carrying. Then you have satellite dishes on your wrists. And yes, he trumps Crystal Ball and the original Raptor. All right. Which classified Raptor is awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
O-ring one is stupid trash. Crystal Ball is stupid trash. If I had to strangle a figure, it would be Psych Out.
But the funny thing is, they made 3 or 4 versions of Psych Out. And they're all the blue jumpsuit one was probably a little bit better. There's the Sonic Fighter one.
How could you be worse? You would actively have to try to make.
But yeah, literally.
Now, again, if I was, let's say, 4 years younger, and I played with G.I. Joe for 4 more years, maybe I would pick someone else out, because there are a lot of stupid G.I. Joes. So I can't count. I can't pick any of those because they didn't do anything to me. Psych Out. I fucking had him. I had him.
Who would be my worst?
I'm sorry, bro. I'm just going to cut in front, right? Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to go. I'm actually didn't expect to go near 3 hours. I'm supposed to be picking up someone soon. And I was supposed to be off here at 5. So it's great seeing you, talking to you, Lawrence. Wish the best for your YouTube show. Guys, like and subscribe. I'm loving your classic stuff lately. Keep it going.
Got 2 more. I got one coming out tomorrow.
Oh no, he's doing O-Rings classics.
Yeah, the classic videos. Yep, I have the Hal is coming out tomorrow. And then I will be working on the next 3, which I think the next 3 I have coming that I'm going to be doing is Rock and Roll, Flash, and then the Jump.
Sweet.
Well, all right, see you guys. I gotta go.
See you, bro. All right, catch you later, Hall.
Yeah.
See you, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, what's your question 5 before you go?
Oh, question 5. Question 5 is what's your favorite villain?
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Villain.
Cool.
See ya.
All right, you go, bro. See ya.
All right, we'll go.
My favorite villain. See, that's so difficult because some of the figures aren't. Some of the characters you wouldn't consider full-on villains.
Yeah.
But I would probably say Destro.
He's controversial to me because he kind of flips.
Yes, but he's kind of a villain to lots of people. He was a villain to Serpentor at times. He was a villain to, obviously, Joe. He was a villain to Cobra Commander.
Yeah.
But he comes from an ethical... Like, there's an ethical... like an ethical... I don't know how you say it. Ethical balance.
His background was like his history, his family history, were to sell weapons to let's say for instance, say if England and Ireland were having a war, he'll sell weapons to both sides and reap the benefits. Yeah. So yeah, I can see that. I can see that like hard out, to be honest.
I think Destro, he is the fact that they haven't done another Destro. I mean, they did Pimp Daddy Destro, but he's the same figure.
Yep.
And then they did the retro version. He's so perfect. And other than maybe going in and doing a pinless version, and there's other versions of Destro. There's other versions. I think we're going to get the Iron Grenadier. Oh, we know we're going to get the Iron Grenadier. How can you not do an Iron Grenadier Destro when you're doing the Iron Grenadiers, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
I always like the one that looks like The Rock. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that figure. I think it looks awesome.
That looks cool. Yeah. I would love that. Okay, so my final question is, what type of music or artist that you enjoy the most?
Oh, I'm a punk rocker.
I can guess that.
Yeah, people have asked, are you a punk, like a punk rocker, or are you just saying you're like a toy punk? It's definitely play on words. I am a punk rocker. My favorite band is Sick of It All. That is the music that you hear at the beginning.
Yeah.
That song is G.I. Joe Head Stomp. There's no lyrics to it. It's a pit song, right?
Yep.
And I said it when I figured out how to do it. I threw it in there because I was mostly talking G.I. Joe stuff, so I thought G.I. Joe Head Stomp worked out perfect. But Sick of It All, it was the first band I ever saw, like for a real concert. So yeah, hardcore. And the singer, he has cancer right now. I actually think they got rid of it, but he had something on his lung, which is, this is a guy that screams for a living. He doesn't sing, and he'll tell you he doesn't sing. But yeah, punk rock. I'm kind of a snob. I like 80s music.
Yes, thank you.
I'm a punk rocker, so it's Sick of It All, and then it's Pennywise. That's like, I don't even have to think about it. Those are my 2 favorite bands.
Awesome, bro.
So, and not everyone knows about them. Not everyone cares, and it's cool because hey, you know what? What I enjoy, you don't have to enjoy. That's the wonderful thing about. That's supposed to be the wonderful thing about life, man. I don't see it too much on Facebook, and especially here in the U.S., where people are mad if you voted for someone else. It's like that's why we're free, man. That's why. I mean, if you don't like someone because they don't like the same things you do, I don't really want you in my life. You know?
I totally agree with you with that, mate. I try to surround myself with people that is positive for me, my family. I've been trying to bring on this like hashtag gijoefamily movement. I got that from Eric Harper he's a guy from podcast from the pits.
Yeah.
And ever since he said that, man, I just said, man, I love that. Can I use that? And he says it's yours. But it's community. Community can be an ugly word, and I got that from Zazel. I can understand why.
I don't like that. I don't like when people say community is an ugly. It's not an ugly word, man. This is a huge community. But you know what? We don't all have to like each other, right?
Yeah.
But we're all part of the same community.
Yep.
You know, and I know there's certain YouTubers that are like, I hate that word community. Well, stop being decisive, and maybe you won't hate it so much.
Fair enough.
I'm not saying Zazel. I'm not talking about Zazel. But I know a lot of people don't like it, but that's what this is. It's a community.
Yeah.
And again, like the playground, you don't have to like everyone on the playground. You just avoid them. And when you come across someone you don't like, you don't have to be a jerk if you don't want to.
That's exactly right, mate. Yeah. I think my daughters, because even by my age, I've got young daughters, and so they said, once again, this kid won't allow me to play with that. So we'll basically just move on to another spot, or try and be nicer to him. I said, what did you do? And he said, I just screamed at him. Well, no one likes screaming. I said, just be a little bit nicer. Be a little bit nicer.
Again, there are some people here, and now we're going to go off on a tangent here. A lot of people in the toy community, in the toy world, that they want to be friends with everyone, and they want everyone. I don't need to like everyone. You know what I mean? I don't need to.
Yep.
And it's perfectly fine.
Yes.
And those people that I don't like, I don't go watch their show. I don't go on their chats. I don't go on their live streams and try and cause trouble. I don't send them messages. I don't need to do that. I have more than enough stuff in my life, as I'm sure you do. And I'm sure Jason does. And Joe Fan and Viper Scout and Darren. We all have enough to go. We have enough shit to take care of. Why do I need to occupy it with people that I don't like?
Yeah. I basically just watch either watch stuff that makes me happy.
Yep.
And there's a lot of stuff there. And I'm trying to play catch up. So luckily with your live stream falls it during my smoko break, and then I just put my earbuds on. And where I work, I have to put earmuffs on. So I make sure there's one earbud on, phone in my pocket, and earmuffs on all the time. And you'd actually just literally carry on until I finish at 4:30, and then I can put it on the ute as I'm driving home and still watch and listen to you as until I get home, and then I comment again. So even though I may not be physically watching you, I'm still listening to you. I just I sneak off and make a comment.
Yeah, I tried to make it. No, that's not how the show started, But as it progressed and I got to know what I wanted to do and I felt things out, I wanted to make it so you can just listen to the show and not watch it. I don't think people tune in to really see what I'm showing off. I mean, it's been shown off by 30 other YouTubers, right?
Yeah.
People want to hear me, as I say this, obliterate the English language. I like saying obliterate because it's one of the words I can say. It's one of the big words. They want to hear me screw up people's names. They want to hear me ramble on.
That's right. You thought I was from Aussie, but that's all right. I didn't hold it against you.
Yeah.
my families.
You can listen to it, and you don't have to really watch what's going on. I mean, I think there obviously is aspects to it being a visual medium. Or I wouldn't do slides. But if you were just listening, you know the Batman that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Well, you're listening to the jokes about it.
Yeah, exactly.
And even though it's my voice, I'm reading the comments. And so the whole, for me, everything is interaction with.
Yeah, exactly. And even I'm not answering these messages that come up when I show them up. I'm.
Yeah. And here's one thing I will say this that I found out, like when I have a guest on, like Thursday with a friend, it is hard when you pull up a chat because not everyone realizes you should stop and let it be read. And sometimes you just want to kind of show it so people know, hey, you're acknowledging it, or you just want everyone to see that part of it. And then you take it off pretty quickly. Then there's other people that I have on that they do a show and they'll stop and either read what I said or wait for me to read it. And sometimes you're like, I wasn't going to read that. You're thinking, but I mean, it doesn't matter. But some people
these things take a while. And honestly, like this is the longest I've ever been, like close to 3 hours, and I'm loving it.
I can talk. I mean, you say that again. Normally, I probably would have started on Oz's Clubhouse at 10 o'clock. And a lot of times I stay the whole time and I'm there till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning when we finish. I try not to. I would say I'm not going to because I need to go to sleep because I need to get more stuff accomplished on my Sundays. But it doesn't happen. Not always.
Now, you talk about your Thursday with a friend. Now, if you ever want, I'm not saying you have to have me, but if you ever want me on the show, just give me some pre-warning, buddy, and I'll finish work early.
So this is what I try and do for the foreigners. For the people in like way different time zones, I try and get them on when it's like a holiday. If I'm going to be gone, like for Joe Fest, that way I can do a pre-recorded one. And it's worked out really well because the first one that I did that was pre-recorded was Shark Eyes, and it's when I was in Florida with my kids.
Nice.
But we have Thanksgiving. I'm not going to ask somebody to. Again, I don't know where I'm going to be for Thanksgiving, right? And if you don't know, Thanksgiving is where we took over the land. The people that were here, but I don't care. That's a long time ago. I wasn't.
Maybe that's one of my artists, and I can find it.
Yeah, but that's what I try and do, and then I try and set up a pre-recorded one and do a premiere. So, but again, if you want to do a live one, I'm perfectly fine with that too. But I'm never going to ask. I don't want to ask somebody to take time off.
I wish I didn't see that. Thanks for the spoiler alert, buddy. But it is what it is.
I didn't even.
I still love you. I was going to say that tomorrow, but that's cool. That's all good. My heart's just. I've got 2 hearts,
You can see the actual moment that Campbell's heart breaks.
Yep. I hope you subscribe to my channel too, buddy. That you've given me that spoiler too. That's the least you can do for me.
I take it you know who that is?
No, I've got no idea. Actually, it's new to the channel, to be honest.
Because he's not someone that came over from mine.
I'm not even a subscriber. I'm just a troll. No, I don't care. It doesn't worry me. I recall having my first troll, and it was during the Cobra conversions. I rebuilt a Cobra command that was busted and all that, and did that, and I got my first troll, and I was so excited. was like, yeah, my first troll. And I answered him back real polite like and all this. And yeah. And then I showed it to my workmates, and my workmates said to him, basically, you told him to fuck you by being real polite. I said, yeah, I did. I even hunted him down, and I looked, he just put it on up again. You know what? So be it. I'm glad that Jay won. He deserves it.
So, one of the things that I have learned, again, I watch a lot of, I used to watch a lot of YouTubers that talk about growing a channel and how to, it's not just about growing the channel. It's about giving a better
advice.
Well, yeah, it's advice, but it's giving, it's how to create better content for the people that are watching you. And that's what grows. That's what ultimately grows the channel. And somebody asked, what do I do about trolls? And he says, I just block them.
Yep.
And he said, they bring nothing. They bring nothing to the show. They're not there to have a good time. They're trying to ruin everyone else's. And it's not that like, oh, you're butthurt. It's just, boom, I don't need you because... So just always keep that in mind. Now, if someone's coming in and they're not causing a problem, hell, maybe you'll convert them. I don't think this guy really came in and really did too much. But when you get those trolls, and you will get them, don't feel bad at all about just fucking dumping them.
No,
because
I actually loved it. To be honest, I loved it. Yeah.
But you'll get people that come in and they start spouting out some pretty awful shit.
I think the worst one I got is that my workmate, and I said this before too on another live stream, was that someone convinced me to go on TikTok, which will help my channel, and it did for a bit. But then I got some really strange, weird messages and emails and all that. So I then all of a sudden became right. I've got to put my Facebook onto private. I've got to do everything else on private and this report this person because this person's really scaring me. And I'm not afraid of myself, but I've got, like I said, I've got a family and I've got 2 young girls. Yeah.
It's definitely scary because in this day and age, you can find anything,
Yeah.
I don't know if you know the whole idea of Thursday with my daughter. Thursday with a daughter, Thursday with my daughter, whatever it is. If you've watched the channel enough, you've watched the live streams, you know that she comes in and she makes herself part of the show. And that was organically, right? I wasn't trying to get it. I didn't bring her on as a shield like some other YouTubers. Same with
I know what you mean.
Same with Roman, right? Roman, he just became part of the show. And he really doesn't know. So I kind of call bullshit on that because he knows, like, oh, hey, I mean, if you're following me on Instagram, you saw the picture that I took about the listen. I know you just hit the live stream, but I have to go outside. Everything, pretty much everything has been organic.
Yeah.
Sure, you work to do things, but organically things happen. So, it came up about doing a Thursday with a friend with my daughter. And I've thought about it, and I'm like, well, people already know who she is. They see her. You never know who might attack. Who, again, I'm not the most liked person in the community, right? That is well documented. There are people that do not like me for whatever reason. Some may be justified, some isn't. I don't think that anyone that's worth 2 shits they could criticize me for saying, oh, he brought his daughter on or whatever, but I don't think there's anyone that would be malicious. And if they were, I believe that the people that are friends with me, the people that follow the channel and watch it, would completely annihilate those people.
Yeah.
There's no place for that, right?
No, there's no place whatsoever.
And some people are very tight-lipped about their kids. They don't ever show them. And sometimes I feel like maybe I've been too open But that's why I say I have no skeletons in my closet. So you come after me with something, you accuse me of something that I didn't do. Well, I have no problem admitting everything that I've done, or if I did it. But if you lie about something, there's going to be some fucking. I'm going to show you, and I did that. I made people leave their channels, right? Of course, he keeps coming back like a fucking cockroach, but that's a whole other story. Got me off on a rant.
No, I totally agree with you. Totally agree with that. I think my wife and I made a conscious decision. The tractors went past. A conscious decision not to get my girls involved in filming, but they have said Yo Joe as some of them in my videos. Yeah. I was supposed that when we get to a certain age, if they want to come on board again, sure, why not? We'll look into that as a family. But at this stage of the game, I'm quite happy with, and they quite often say to me like, "Dad, when can I say Yo Joe in the next video?" I say, "Oh, soon." But then when I upload the video, or just before I do it, they're already put to bed, and I go, "Well, look, I've got to upload this video today. I can't wait tomorrow." But that was when I was first started. But now I'm like, if I'm a day late, I'm a day late. You know.
Do you mind me asking how old your girls are?
Yeah, so my youngest will be having a birthday in September. In the 17th. So she'll be turning 6, and my oldest will be turning 8 this year.
See, but that's still young. My daughter, my daughter is going to be 16 on the 18th. So at that point, I don't mind that. Yeah, there's already people that are in the internet. I'm not saying I agree or disagree with that. So way different, because I wouldn't have a 6 or an 8-year-old, like maybe a voice in the background or whatever. I wouldn't be having my 8-year-old saying fucking Phil Collins.
I love that. Oh my God. I so wanted to say something on there, but I just couldn't.
But you know, like even the whole fucking Phil Collins in our real life, that all became organically. We were listening to Disney music at dinner, right? Yeah. And just it was like, oh my God, like every single fucking Disney movie for like years, it was only Phil Collins that did music.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And so I fucking Phil Collins, and she just kind of laughed. And because my son swears all the time. He's 18. Yep. And I'm like, you need to stop. But he doesn't, right? He has no respect for me whatsoever. It's awesome.
I didn't start swearing until I hit 21, 22. So
I swore. But I don't swear around my dad that much, and I've never heard my dad swear that much.
Yeah, so I tried to join the army, and it failed. And I'm trying to be like prim proper. So my first job was at an engineering firm, and I was like real polite on the phone. And I was like, "Oh yeah, we need a forklift driver here to come collect this bin because we're all full, and we need another bin here." And la la la. And it went hours. And my foreman says, "All right, I'm going to teach you how to do this." And he hopped on the phone. So, right, we need this fucking forklift here fucking right now. Or you guys have no fucking products to come over. We'll just simply stop work and that's it. And I was like, whoa, I can't do that. He says, no, you're not being disrespectful. You're swearing and you're also getting your point across. So the foreman put me under his wing and taught me how to swear.
And see, what my son doesn't understand. First off, it's a respect thing. I'm like, I just don't want you swearing around me. He's not all the time. Yep. And the other thing is, I fix copy machines. I'm in and out of offices all the time. I do I do a blue collar job in a white collar environment.
Oh, really?
Right? Yeah. So listen, I'm technically a mechanic for the copy machines. Right? And I'm not trying to say I'm a blue collar worker and like I don't care what you are. But I can't walk into jobs swearing the way that I do.
No.
But I know this. Like I am a professional when I walk in. I know how to deal with people, and I'm good with people. Believe it or not. Don't ask me how, because I fucking hate most people.
Well, you must like me because we're going on for 3 hours.
So no, I know how to talk. But so the whole swearing thing. But I told Olivia, I said you have I go, Phil Collins comes on, you can say fucking Phil Collins.
Yeah.
And now I've heard her swear before, right? She's sworn, you know, and I know she does with her friends, and I know she does around her mom too, because her mom lets her. But she's like, Dad doesn't want me to, so I try not to. But Phil Collins comes, and I get kind of disappointed when I hear Phil Collins, and I'm like, dude, you see what this is? She's like, fucking Phil Collins.
Yeah.
But what's funny is that it gets sent to me that, and I think Zazel will know this because he, I guess, really is a fan of Phil Collins. His birthday was on, I think, the Thursday. It's Phil Collins' birthday.
Yeah.
So I sent it over to my daughter that it's fucking Phil Collins' birthday. And you know what she comes back with? That's what he looks like. She had no idea what he looks like.
Oh, really?
I had no idea. Well, again, like we grow up seeing like Hall & Oates, right? Phil Collins.
Oh yeah.
Like we saw the videos, right? So if you tell me like you don't know what Billy Joel looks like, I'm gonna be like, whoa, how do you not know? But then again, if you ask me some new artist, I wouldn't know who the hell they are.
Yeah.
Probably
yes.
Too. But Zazel says Phil Collins is great. Hey, he has some great songs.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with not liking Phil Collins. It was just that, for the love of God, there was like 3 or 4 Disney movies. Brother Bear, that's the one that sticks out. They're all Phil Collins. I think Tarzan is all Phil Collins songs, right? Brother Bear is all Phil Collins. Like there's so many. So that's where that all came from. But that was all organic, and then it only happened here because when I had Gaz on, somehow Phil Collins came up.
Oh,
and
I love Gaz.
That's where this all started. Was because during Thursday with a Friend with Gaz, somehow Phil Collins came up, and the whole fucking Phil Collins. And of course, like, okay, I hate saying that they're my fans, right? Most of these guys are my friends. I've met them. I've done streams with them. But the guy, like, dude, these guys hear something. Darren, I can't say Tony because fucking Tony forgets anything in 5 minutes. I've been on conversations with that guy, and he goes, "Hey, did I tell you about this?" I'm like, "Yeah, like 5 fucking minutes ago when we started talking." How did you get? He's got the worst memory ever. But these guys, like Darren, Matthew, my moderator, like, boom, they're right on it. They remember it, and so now fucking Phil Collins is part of the show, and I would love for it to get back to Phil Collins to be like, dude, what the hell is this about? Why does this YouTuber hate me? I don't hate you. It's just something that happened.
I totally get it. And, for having young girls, and that's Frozen, mate. Frozen, my God, for a long time. I ended up falling asleep, like, not falling asleep, waking up, being like, let it go, and all sorts of other shit. But then you find yourself at work humming to it, and you don't know why.
Oh yeah,
you don't know why, and it stuck in your head, and you go like, "Why am I humming to the theme of Frozen?"
So, sorry. Are your girls like really open? And I mean, if they want to say Yo Joe, are they like? Do they have like no shame? And I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, Olivia has no.
They get into that stage of being honest, so a little bit too honest. So you cook them something, and they go, "I hate it." They say, "Well, hate's a strong word. Can you just say a little bit, nicer?" No, because I hate it.
Okay, but are they willing to act silly in public?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
all the time, all the time.
So just do this, all right?
Yeah.
Do you have like a? I don't want to say her name because then she'll want to know what I want. Do you have like an Echo Dot or anything like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. In your kitchen, right?
They've actually got both in their rooms. They wanted them, and they annoyed the crap out of me by playing Frozen, and both echoes in their room.
But do you have one in your kitchen? So when you sit down to eat.
Yep. Easy as.
So sit down to eat. Like do it like once or twice a week, right? Because I don't know how your wife would be about this, right? and just say like, so and so, play Disney music, right?
Yep.
And then do that. Just listen to the music while you're eating dinner, and then watch how they start to act. Because Olivia, when Let It Go comes on, first off, she runs upstairs and gets her bank. Right?
Yeah.
Again, she's almost 16 years old. She has this bank, and she always tries to time it perfectly so it plays. But one of them is slower. I think the bank is actually faster. So she plays it, and then she grabs whatever towel or whatever's around her to make it look like when she throws it over her. All right.
On the ear.
When the Coco song comes on, where he says about putting the shoes on your head.
Yep.
You know, like she would do that over and over and over, right? She'd always go grab some shoes and put them on her head. And then one day at the dollar store, I bought like the two, like again, there was $1, right? Two figures. The guy that was playing the guitar and then the little boy. And then she gets them and she plays with them. She knows I love Tangled. That's my favorite Disney princess. No, The Lion King is my favorite Disney movie, but Tangled is like a close second.
Yeah.
So when that song comes on, I Have a Dream.
Yeah. She
would grab whatever she has when he sings a song about the guy making ceramic unicorns. So I ordered like a 10-pack of unicorns. They weren't ceramic, but it was like 10 packs. So now she has 2 unicorns, and she gets them and she pings them together. She has all these different things that she does. Like the one that I still don't understand is the one that I still don't fully understand. It's a Moana song, and when she sings it, she's like putting her hands out, and whoa, Joe fan.
Yeah.
The original Lion King. The only reason why you maybe didn't like it was because when Mufasa dies, it hurts too much.
Possibly.
But come on. I actually saw that twice in the theater, and I was a senior, right? I took a girl, and then my friends wanted to go because they loved animation. But this Moana song, and she grabs whatever she has and she puts it in my arms. I'm like, why do you keep doing this? And she's like, don't you remember when he finished the song, he hands everything to her? Like, so just play it. Some of the songs you'll have to skip, right?
Yeah.
So if you have like Spotify, tell Spotify to do it. That way you have like unlimited skips. I don't know, but it's just fun because that's how she just started interacting. Because we were playing like 80s music or just have something going on. But once the Disney music started, it became a thing.
Yeah.
I'll do that. What?
I'll definitely do that. I'll try it tonight when we're having dinner.
Yeah. So it just became a thing that she just organically started doing stuff.
I like that organically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's me saying hashtag keeping it real, but organic. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I think that's how most things need to start off in life, man. You just organically.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're talking about the Robin Hood. It's the fox, eh? I remember seeing that in the movies with my old man back in the day. That was awesome.
I have never seen Robin Hood.
Have you?
Like the Disney one?
Yeah, it's
the fox?
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of Disney movies I didn't see because you're a teenager, a male teenager, a boy teenager. Yeah. Like that's the last thing that you're gonna do. My mom passed away when I was 13, so I didn't like have a mom dragging me. But I've told my daughter, I'm like, I go, you will be coming back when you're in your 20s, so we can see some Disney or princess movies because it's kind of creepy just an adult male going to see one by himself. but how many? So you have a 6 and an 8-year-old, all right?
So I can get away with that.
There will come a time where you're like, and you've probably already like, have you been watching a kid's show with them and then all of a sudden you realize you're still watching it and they've left the room?
Yep. So at the moment,
but you don't stop because you need to know what happened.
Yep. So at the moment, they were mad about PJ Masks. They stopped that. Then went Paw Patrol. Now they're on to My Little Pony, Make a Mark. And the Make Your Mark theme song to that is actually quite a happy song. So when I'm having a bad day at work, yes, I do put that on, and it does cheer me up. It does. But yeah, I've got to sit there and watch and see what happens to the end of this goddamn show. And yeah, I can't believe I'm doing it. I'm watching a girls show, but I need to find out how they resolve this issue on this episode.
Was your oldest, was she too young for the Lego movie?
Yeah. So, but we have watched it. She gets some quite serious anxiety at a young age. So she's scared of dogs, but she watches a lot of dog shows.
Okay.
The youngest loves dogs. The youngest got no fear at all.
So that Lego movie, you can say whatever you want about it. You put on everything awesome and you try not to have a smile on your face.
Yep.
Especially when it gets to the rap, because it is so stupid that it is awesome.
It is awesome.
So when my kids were like acting up when they were younger, I would put that on and I'm like, yeah, you try not to smile.
Yeah.
And I just play it again if they didn't. And eventually, you'd see it break them. Because that song is so true. It's so ridiculous. True. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I can't remember if I put this up before, but I'm putting it up now. Oh my God, Joe Vander said Robin Hood Man in Tights. So hilarious. Oh.
I've never seen that either. I mean, I know what it is, but I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Olivia and I, we still watch stuff. We get disappointed when Disney cancels stuff. So there was a show called Big Shot, and it had. Did you watch it at all?
I watched part of it, and then
Okay, so it has.
I should have downloaded it.
Stamos, John Stamos, and he's basically. He's basically Bobby Knight, the old basketball coach, for the way he acted. Now, his daughter comes to live with him. You know all this, right?
Yeah.
If you remember, he tried creating an acronym. Take care, keep safe.
Yeah.
All right. TCKS. My daughter and I still send it back to each other.
That's cool.
Because we watched the show. We enjoyed the show, right? And I started I would text it to her, and she thought it was cool. That's cool. I don't think there's anyone else in the world. There's probably another dad that is as fucking dorky as me that did the same shit. But I think that she just loved it. Like, she's going to look back no matter what when I'm long gone and think back to these stupid things that we did.
Yep. I'm hoping that. Oh, sorry. But you say long gone.
Yeah,
but I'm hoping that if YouTube doesn't shut me down, my kids can get to see my previous stuff.
Yeah. But you can tell when your kid actually enjoys it. That's the difference. Like, when your kid enjoys something, it means that much more. It's not. I'll never understand. Like, when I found out I was having a boy, oh my God, I'm gonna be able to take him to a skate park. I'll be able to skateboard with him. That kid, he wanted to have nothing to do with skateboarding. He doesn't care. It doesn't interest him, and it sucks. But that was my thing. Right?
Yeah. Not
his thing. Now, it would have been great had he wanted to do it, but I wasn't going to make him do it. Him and I if you would have told me that my daughter and I would be more alike than my son, I would have said, no way. No way would I have a girl that's going to be more like me than a boy. Boy, was I.
It literally happens. Funny enough, the same older daughter who's got anxiety, she wants to do martial arts. Well, I've told her she needs to do martial arts to build her anxiety level, but she wants me to come out of retirement and teach her how to wrestle.
Okay.
But I am way too old and way too sore to be training anybody how to wrestle, let alone my daughter. Now, I've warned her quite a few times because she often gets me.
Now, when you say wrestle, what kind of wrestle?
Professional wrestling.
Okay, so
I've also done. I've done the Olympic style Roman graphic wrestling. So that was my first stage of it, and then I went to professional with my younger brother, the guy that we were talking with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's got a lump in his head to this day because I hit him in the head with a steel chair too hard. Yep. I've had quite a few concussions. Extreme. Our last match together, we made quite a bit of money that I should have just banked it, but no, we didn't. Of course, you're young and you're dumb and you spend it all.
Yeah, I have a friend. Him and his brother were professional. Well, his brother's actually still a professional wrestler, but they were in a band. So they had a punk band called the Bumpin' Uglies. Yeah, a punk band called the Bumpin' Uglies. That's what their tag team was. And I met him because I would go to this music store, and he was a punk. He was into punk and metal and stuff like that. And then I found out he was doing professional wrestling, and of course it's on the indie circuits, right?
Yeah.
And what was funny is that we went and watched the WrestleMania where Stone Cold wins the title from Shawn Michaels.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
So we went there and we watched it, and both my buddy and I are straight edge, or my old friend who's straight edge, and they're high-ons, they're smoking pot, and we were, they were still living with their parents, but their parents are big potheads too. But anyway, years later, and I would still see Justin, right? Years later, the guy that I was friends with that we went over there, he was talking about, oh yeah, this guy Justin, and he's been training MMA. He was a professional wrestler, but he wanted to lose weight. And then he shows him to me, and I'm like, I go, hey, you remember when we went and saw WrestleMania at the guy's house where Shawn Michaels drops the belt to Austin? He's like, yeah. I go, that was his house. He's like, shut the fuck up. I'm like, no, dude, that's. I go, yep, that's Justin. Like that's because his brother's name is Josh, and he went by the Josh because of the Rock. Wow. But this was before anyone liked. Like I was like the only person like in any group that I knew that liked The Rock, because he was still he had just started calling himself The Rock. Josh started calling himself the Josh, and I thought it was awesome because I'm like, dude, I love The Rock, and The Rock had not become. I thought he was cool as Rocky Maivia. All right, I'm not gonna lie. All right, a little too happy and curly hair, but I thought it was a cool gimmick, and I like gimmicks, but he found his stride.
Well, we didn't do anything flash as that. We were like backyard wrestlers, right? But we had like someone who was running it. We'll go in there, we'll start wrestling, sweet as. But our first thing as tag teams, we called ourselves the Glamour Boys. From the song from here's the band that plays CM Punk's theme song.
Cult of Personality.
Living Color.
Yes.
The Glamour Boys. So we'll have like these glamorous sort of outfits, and we'd be the glamour, and we came up with that because it wasn't copyright or anything back in the day, people, and we had like old cassette players, so the Glamour Boys. And then they kind of realization, like, Glamour Boys are that way inclined. Like, oh, are they really? So then we changed completely and became, single. So we did a split, and then we did our own thing, and then we came back, but we came back as the infiltrators, as like soldiers, like infiltrators. So
you did a Vince McMahon where you're just like, okay, we're gonna pull you off for a a little bit, and you're coming back as a whole new gimmick, and no one's gonna know that it was you.
Yep, that was. Yep, that was us, really.
So
I mean, I'm trying to track down the guys that used to film us, but it's kind of, we're looking way back when we were like early 20s. I'm 50 now. Trying to find these people are pretty hard. And I would have been surprised if I could find myself on the internet, like, look at these clowns doing this sort of shit to themselves.
Oh, dude, if you remember what federation or whatever group it was, man, if you search, I think, long enough, you should be able to find it.
I should be able to find it. Yeah,
it
was done.
Would think so.
We did it. It was basically a bunch of us in Flaxmere that did this, and we didn't have proper wrestling rings, so we did, like, we had 4 trees and we had like ropes and all this. And
that is backyard wrestling right there.
That was definitely backyard wrestling. I think the most deadliest thing we did was had the pool, and it was going to be slammed through the chair, or slammed through the table, and land on the pool. Unfortunately, I got the table on me, and I couldn't get myself out, and I'm in the pool.
Man,
that was freaky. That was. But yeah, well, he gave me, my brother, it was my first concussion. He gave me a reverse tombstone. So tombstone is facing inwards, right? But I'm reversed, so I'm facing out. He does the tombstone, and then he does this sharpshooter. I'm KO'd. I literally KO'd. And he's saying, this guy should be tapping and screaming by now, but I'm not. I'm out. So the ref, and I was meant to win, but the ref basically says, like, you know, basically you've won because he's KO'd. He's lost it.
Wow, man.
Yep. That's, if I go back in time, would I do it all over again? Yeah. Would I retire sooner? Yes.
How long did you do it for?
We did it for about a good 3 to 4 years.
Okay.
Straight. And then we did retire. We stopped, and then I came back to Hawke's Bay, and the guy caught wind that I was back in Hawke's Bay. He says, like, I need you guys to do one more match. And so that was the final match that we did, and we got paid quite a bit. But we fucked each other up pretty badly.
When you watch some of that older stuff, and the violence, when you actually realize that a barbed wire match is actual barbed wire.
Yep.
Again, I know people would talk about how it's fake, and I said it's choreographed. You know,
but mistakes do happen.
It's choreographed. And that's the whole thing. And I go, you would never tell a dancer or a gymnast that what they do is fake because they have a routine, right?
Yep.
I'm not going to tell a skateboarder that while what you're doing, you're going to kickflip those fucking 10 steps, right?
Yeah.
Shit goes wrong. So it's the same thing. So when I hear, when you hear people that are saying, well, it's all fake, dude, you can't fake being dropped on your back.
No.
You can't fake if you get a stinger because your head is too low when someone does a pile driver like Steve Austin and Owen Hart.
Yeah.
A steel chair, although I've never taken one, is a steel chair. Because I remember asking my buddy Bubba, and I'm like, what's it like getting hit with a steel chair? Thinking that there's some prop. He's like, it's like getting hit with a steel chair. I'm like, what? He goes, it's a real chair. So when you see that, like, that's someone's fucking head.
Yep.
Yep.
If we ever come stateside, I'll show you the lump on my brother's head. Because I hit him in the head too hard. You
need to go to Joe Fest.
Yeah, I really want to go to Joe Fest.
Yeah, it's a great time.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
No, I remember I was at my daughter's. It was her gymnastics recital, and this is just rec. She's little, so they move from one thing to another. And I'm looking at it, and she's like on the beam, and then she goes to the uneven, and they only can do so much, right? And I was like, wow, I'm like, if they didn't have mats, the first time any gymnast falls, they're not going to do it again. And then I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the beam. I'm looking at uneven bars, and I'm looking at like the pommel horse. I'm like, every single one of these is an obstacle for skateboarding. Like the beam, that's a flat bar. The uneven bars or the high bar, that's a fucking round bar. And like, we don't have mats, and we're dumb enough to get up and do it again, right? And concrete, there's no give on concrete. That's what I tell everyone. Like, there's no give. You fall and you hit the concrete. It hurts.
It hurts.
More in your 40s.
I think my saving grace is that I studied jiu-jitsu 3 years before doing wrestling.
So you know how to roll.
So I learned how to break fall and all that. And so I taught my brother how to break fall and all this. We didn't know about steel chairs that, and looking back now, when they do one, they often put their hands up and get hit.
Yeah.
Or bracing properly. So, we learned the hard way. Learned the dumb hard way.
Unless if you're Mick Foley with your hands handcuffed behind your back and the rock is smashing you over the head.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. He was meant to put his hand up, and I swung too fast, like in the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
And got it real good. I remember doing a swan tie. You wouldn't see me now, but I used to do. I don't really agree what Chris Benoit did, but as a wrestler and a performer, outstanding.
Well, I don't think anyone can agree with what he did.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anyone say, you know what Chris Benoit did was awesome. He was one of the best.
So the swan dive, the hip butt. So I wanted to do that. And what we used to do to practice, we used to have like punching bags or the kickboxing bags, and I would practice on that. So my first time attempt to do that to an opponent, they were meant to stay where they were, but they remember saying, I don't like the look of this guy, and they rolled right away, and my head went boof. Now, we didn't have springs or mats. We had just the normal ground. So I said I was out. I was KO'd.
Wow. Yeah,
I got up. I finished the match. I don't remember much about it to this day, except for the fact that he rolled over. And I don't even know how I finished it. But it's just dumb. Just, we were just young. We were like, if we do this and film it, we can get to the WWE. Sweet ass, that's us. Or WF back then. But nah, I would not agree. And if my oldest daughter, because I watch wrestling, and she thought that Triple H right now, who's shaved and beard, says, "Is that you, Dad? Is that your brother?" No, that's not my brother, and that is not me. But she really wants me to come out of retirement and train. And I said, "Nah, you don't. No, you don't." I said, "If you want to be in WWE, be a writer. Be someone behind the scenes." Yeah, I'm pretty hard on my daughters because I want them to be better than me.
Yes,
I'm probably too hard. Like I look around, and so I look around. I'm probably one of the hardest parents there are around the swimming area. But in saying that, I've got a lot of dads coming to me and said, "How do you do this?" I said, "Basically, you got to show them who's boss, bro." And so I hate it. I hate being the bad guy, like good cop, bad cop. I'm probably in the middle. I hate being that role, but if I don't show them that I'm the boss, they're just going to run around. And like most kids run around the parents.
It's really hard today because once the kids figure out that there's a lot of power that's been taken away from us as parents.
Yep.
And that's because now they just call the police. It sounds awful that if they call the police and be like, "Yeah, my dad beat me," it doesn't matter. Your kids are being taken away for one thing. And then you're going to have to prove that you didn't do it. And kids don't understand the actual repercussions of it. I'm not saying my kid's never done that, but and my daughter's not like that. My son, he's been very difficult. And he's not a bad kid. Like he's a major introvert, but man, there's a lot of, and being a parent, raising children is difficult. Like Frostbite said,
Yeah, because we've got a thing in New Zealand, and it's a stupid law. It's an anti-smacking law. So we had an issue with kids being beaten up to death in New Zealand pretty hard. So they brought in a law saying, all right, it's against the law to smack your kids. But now we've got an issue where there's a lot of young crimes, like a lot of young hoodlums performing these crimes because they got away with blue metal as kids. And now they're saying, oh, we don't know how this has happened. It's because you put this anti-smacking law in. I'm not saying beat the crap out of your kid, but you got to smack them. You got to show them.
I don't care what anyone
wrong. Here's the consequences.
Yeah, listen. Spanking is not beating your kid, and when someone tells you that, like, all right, good, you solve everything with words. That's not the real world.
No.
If that was the real world, the U.S. military wouldn't be as big as it is. Right? We wouldn't have 11 aircraft carriers. Shark Guys, that's for you if you watch it on the replay. He hates that I bring up the aircraft carrier. So that's not your go-to. That's because we have 11 aircraft carriers.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's not the real world.
No, it's not.
That's what's wrong with the real world now. Like back in the day, and we were just talking about it. And back in the day, you're on the playground, you get a fight with someone, right? You two fucking fight. One of you wins, one of you loses. Boom, all done. You go back to your lives. Now something like that happens, and you know what happens, right? All right, let me ask you this: Macho Man elbow drop or Shawn Michaels elbow drop?
Oh, for me, I'm a Shawn Michaels fan. Shawn Michaels. Yep. But my brother would say Macho.
Macho Man was awesome. I was at WrestleMania 3 with him and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. One of the greatest matches of all time.
In the big time.
And I love Macho Man. Shawn Michaels.
I do.
And again, that was his finishing move. But if you ask me, actually, I don't think either one did it bad. I think they were both perfect.
That's what sort of helped busted old Shawn Michaels' back. Say his type of elbow drop and a few other bits and pieces. Like he was having a bad back anyway, but his type of elbow drop was definitely jarring. Where Macho's elbow drop, I would say be more of his hip, his elbow in his hip. Yeah,
but okay. So like you said, you're a Shawn Michaels fan.
Yeah,
Shawn Michaels. I did karate when I was a kid. Shawn Michaels' finishing move is a shuffle sidekick.
Yep.
It is probably one of the weakest finishing moves ever.
Yep.
But because his arsenal of everything that he does leading up to that is so good, no one cares.
No one cares. No.
Everything, I mean, he does, I know Bret Hart will tell you that he's the best. He's not.
My brother's gonna hate that.
He thinks he's the best. I mean, his ego is so big. And do you follow Ken from Toy Connections?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll send him stuff. And there was a Q&A. Someone asked someone asked Bret Hart top 5 wrestlers. And he starts with him fucking self.
Of course he does.
And, he names off, he starts with himself and he says, but excluding me, then he names like 5, I think. And I sent it to Ken. And Ken goes, I really wish he wouldn't have said himself. Like, you don't? Again, Shawn Michaels comes out, says he's the showstopper. Right? He's Mr. WrestleMania. That's his fucking gimmick.
Yep.
But I bet if you ask Kurt Angle who the best Olympic wrestlers are, he's not going to say himself unless he's saying it, even if he believes it, right?
Yep.
Tony Hawk won't even say that he's the best skateboarder ever, even though he is. Right?
That's right.
You name the fact that that Bret Hart does it, and you're like, why? Well, you just add ammo for people that can't stand you like me.
Because even his quote, "I'm the best there is, the best there was, the best there will be." He believed in his own words.
Yes, he does. And you have to believe you're the best. Anything you do, you have to believe that you're the best, right? Even if you know you're not. But you have to believe it when you go out there. You don't have to tell everyone.
Yep.
You know, in real life, when you sit down and you're like, yeah, you know, I'm in a public place, I guess you could say, right? If if you're sitting with your personal friends and everything, you can say like, I think I'm second best skateboarder in the world. I think I'm the best skateboarder in the world, whatever, right? Yeah. But you can't go out and fucking tell in public that you think you're the best, you're the best wrestler in the world, right? And
I've got a quote that I used to say, and to this day it still winds people up, but I haven't said it in a while. And I used to say this: it doesn't matter if you're talking bad about me or good about me. It's still all about me.
Yeah.
And I used to say that with like flair and sort of confidence and just like I used to bug the fuck out of people. But that's the idea.
Yep.
That was the idea. Yeah. Yep. I think I recall saying that to my foreman, or no, not foreman. There's a real cocky guy at work. Not awesome guy, really rough knowledge, but he's quite arrogant. And I just turned around and said, mate, doesn't matter if you're talking bad about me or good about me. It's still all about me. And man, I've never seen anyone shut up so fast in my life.
Frostbite here says, Punk, I really like your analogy of skating with better skaters than you so you can become better.
Yep.
I've said this before. So obviously growing up, you're with, certain, you have a group of friends, right? And it gets settled who's better at whatever it is, right? And then you get into high school and friends went away and some stopped skating. Then you find other groups. There was a time where I worked at the skate shop and I started skating with a bunch of kids and they were all younger than me and I was by far the best. Like it wasn't even close, right? And I had fun. I'm not saying I didn't get better. But when you're the best and it's not even close, when you're trying something hard, you're not being pushed. And then I started skating with this guy that worked at the skate shop who was 10 times better than me. No fucking ego whatsoever. I would do certain tricks that he didn't care about, like he didn't do. And rather than be that guy that would go and do it just to show me that he could do it too, he didn't care. That guy pushed me, and skating with him and then a few other people, it makes you better because now you're skating with people that are at your level or better. Yep. And I think like this is in every walk of life, right? How could you work with Shawn Michaels when he's not on drugs? How could you work with Shawn Michaels and not become a better wrestler? Or even Bret Hart. I can't believe I'm saying that. But how can you not work with them and not become a better wrestler? You have to try not to. The Ultimate Warrior, perfect example.
Yeah.
But I think that's with anything. If I'm doing YouTube and the only people that I watch are people that are just starting, that don't know what they're doing, how do I become better? No, you listen to people that have been doing it longer and you watch people.
Yeah.
That's how you get better. And thank you. Seriously, Lenny, thank you very much because I think it applies to everything. I use skateboarding because I watched it happen for me.
Yeah.
And again, it's not like I was always good at skateboarding, right? I was always one of the good skateboarders.
Well, it's kind of like live stream. So last year I started live stream for the first time. Didn't know what I was doing. I watched live stream. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I went on a couple of other people's live streams. I want to go for it. Went in. I made mistake after mistake after mistake. But did I learn from it? Yes. Did I kick myself in the ass every time I made a mistake? Did I got upset that the internet wasn't lagging? Of course I did. I ain't gonna lie to you. Of course I did. Because I wanted to bring out a really good show. I'm not trying to say like I need to be the best, but I want to say if people are going to watch this, I want to make it worthwhile they're watching this. I think I did one. It was all about Movember. That was the one that sort of broke the camel's straw. And so I wanted to do a Movember about men's mental health. And what happens? My internet failed, and I felt so deflated. But I got back on that horse again. I said to myself, right, enough is enough. Go buy this internet goddamn cable, hook it up to your router, hook it up to your laptop, and get back on that horse again and go for it. You know, you made a mistake. You made quite a few mistakes. You're still here doing this. You're still learning. Like, I'm talking to you, of course, you know, Lawrence. I've watched you like quite a few times last year thinking, man, I'd love to have you on the show and just sit here and talk shit, and literally it's coming up to 4 hours soon. And my wife is going to kill me, so I probably need to end this pretty soon, mate. But I've had a blast. I've had an absolute blast, honestly.
Yeah. It's after midnight here for me. I would have been on Oz's stream. You know, so, I mean, for me, it's still late as young.
So I think, without trying to get my wife to kill me, she's going to actually fucking kill me. Actually, I know she is. It's tough. I love her, but it's the type of woman that she is. She's probably going to watch this and kill me later. But yeah, Lawrence is just warming up, and so am I. Like, literally, I'm loving this. So
no,
I'm gonna
you're really good at this. Honestly, God, like you.
I think it's my brother, actually.
Here's the other thing you have to remember.
Yeah.
You guys have an accent, but you come out very clear. Like, I can understand what you're saying. And again, this is not a negative at all, because if you can't understand somebody, and believe me, there are people that live in the U.S. that I can't understand what they say. Hell, people probably say that same thing about me. Like, hey, we can't understand you, so you need to shut the fuck up. And sometimes they're probably right. But no, you, and I think your look too. I'll just be honest. You look like you command things.
Oh yeah, I used to be a former leader.
Yeah. When you command things, especially in a chat, like, you know what you're doing, and it comes off. Confidence is, again, I'm not telling people to go walk down. I'm not telling people to walk through the worst parts of Detroit at 2 a.m. But I am saying that if you're in Detroit in downtown at 11 o'clock and you walk around like you belong and that you're not scared of shit, most people won't fuck with. I'm not going to say no one will, because let's be honest. Yep. This place can be fucking weird. But if you are walking around, you're always looking over your shoulders and you're constantly looking like you're scared and you're not confident, man, people see that.
Yep.
And they get on live streams.
Yep.
You know,
most definitely.
And everything that you told me, like, you're trying to actively do things to grow. You know, it's not about growing, and I hate using that because people get mad. You're trying to actively give a better product to the people that are watching, and when you do that, that just means more people will watch.
Yeah.
You know, and if you want, I'll hit you up with a couple YouTubers that I've watched that talk about how to create a better stream, and
sweet.
They're not courses. They're not asking for money. Someone asks for money, fuck you.
Exactly. That's something I'm trying to, because I've now got Montrise and got a I'm not asking people to put in, but I'm asking, like, when I ask to join their membership, I feel really uncomfortable about doing that. So if you want to join, it's fine, but don't join. Don't join because you have to join. Just, you know, and it doesn't worry me. It doesn't worry me at all. I kind of wondered if I should have been better off staying the way that I was, and then I would have had not that much pressure. if you know what I mean.
I know you need to go out. So how many subs do you have? How many subs do you have on your channel?
I've got about 878.
Okay.
I'm not really worried about subs.
But okay. So you have channel memberships.
Yeah.
Do you mind me asking how much they cost?
The cheapest I've set up $2.99, which is in the States. I don't know what it is in Aussie or
okay.
Yeah.
So I have a 99 cent and I have $2.99, and I feel like I don't give enough to channel members.
Yeah, I think that too. Yeah.
And one of the reasons is I put everything out for everyone to see.
Yeah.
And Wraith Mace, I had him on, and I think it was before we went live, or maybe it was after. He's like, "Fucking stop that!" People subscribe, especially for the 99 cents, because they enjoy what you do. They want to support you. Now you get into $5, $7, like I see some people. Yeah, you better be giving a lot of product. But you have a 99 cent. People, it's like, hey, you know what? I like this guy. And you know this. People don't know how much time we put behind this.
Yeah.
Right? They don't know how, it doesn't matter. I'll say it again. Nobody cares. Nobody cares how much time it took Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman to make Wolverine and, Deadpool and Wolverine. They just wanted to be entertained. End of story, right? You just want the end product.
Yeah.
But people see that and they're like, hey, you know what? He does a lot. 99 cents doesn't really cost me anything. With all that said, they give you 99 cents. They give me 99 cents. They give Frostbite 99 cents. They give Toy Habits 99 cents. They get all of a sudden your $1 a month has now become $25 a month because you're supporting all these different. And you're absolutely right. You can't do it. But don't ever feel bad asking or saying, hey, by the way, we have a channel. It helps us with everything. Cameras, ring lights, new computer if need be, all that type of stuff.
Keep my wife at peace.
Yeah. Keep your wife at peace. Right? Maybe start with that one. 99 cents a month. It keeps my wife at peace from doing this and giving all of this to you guys.
Yeah.
Get Sally Strong to do it.
So, my man, I'm going to call this quits because I know that my wife will kill me. So, please, people in the chat, please subscribe to, if you haven't already, A Punk with Toys. Awesome channel. Please subscribe to the Cobra Pit, who was here, but he had to leave. And my channel, the Kiwi GI Customs and Collections.
But don't subscribe to this channel because you said this is the last stream that you guys are doing on here.
Yes, this is. It's correct. So we're going to end this channel because we've been having a bit of hiccups with StreamYard lately. So we're now going to move everything onto my channel, but still be called the Barracks Podcast. So it'll be like a sub-team with me, I guess. So for those who have subscribed, I thank you. But switch over to the Kiwis GI Customs channel, and I'll look after you.
All right,
take care, guys. Everybody. I'm gonna do the outro as soon as I've done this. Normally I do this for my bro, but he's not here.